You can still see Aubrey on camera.
Yeah.
She's been trying to hide.
We're down to 21 seconds.
Hi there. Hello. Happy Thanksgiving. Day after Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had an incredible time with your family. Brian Race, Ray Sivitz.
How you doing, everybody?
It's Buzz TV doing something that hasn't been done before, to our knowledge.
This is a first.
Very first in the industry. A nice live stream that is taking place to let you know of all the incredible deals, and even hotter deals that you can take advantage of. And you might have noticed in the chat section, if you're over there at the YouTube channel, everybody's commenting about freebies.
Yes, freebies.
We have freebies, and we'll tell you about how you can access all of that here in just a few moments. But I do hope you can spend some time with us. This is going to be a couple of hours, an event that takes place a couple of hours, because we have that many items to get through today with some of the best deals, best savings that you're going to find on all of your beekeeping supplies. And Ray, I hope they can see right there behind you over your right shoulder, that incredible painted hive that I understand we're giving away through a charitable auction. People have the ability to bid on this.
Let me give a little color on this. First of all, Shasta, who works in our customer service center and supports us in that area, she painted that hive. And we've been taking silent bids on Facebook. And right now, Brian, we're at $655. We're raising money for Faith's Powerhouse. What this is a nonprofit agency that helps kids that have been abused. And I can't think of a better place to spend our money this holiday season than to write a gift out to Faith's Powerhouse. So join me. Whatever we raise on this hive, I'm going to personally match it. So let's run that number up today. All right, Brian, what else do you got for us?
A lot of people checking in the chat today. LJ says, happy to be here. I've been looking forward to this. We're hearing tons of people, as I mentioned, with that freebies comment. We'd love for you to go over to the YouTube channel. And in fact, before I even give the details on how to do all of that, we're going to be announcing the winner of a package of bees, Italian honeybees, that we did on our previous Buzz TV live stream. So if you entered for that, you might hear your name called in just a few minutes. Our friend Paul says, Brian looking like Jim Tressel with a vest today. Some of you might remember the Ohio State football coach, Jim Tressel. He had the sweater vest. I'm going with the down vest today, but Paul, always good to see you in here. Chris says, woo, this is literally the only Black Friday sale that I've been waiting for. LOL.
That was Chris?
That was Chris.
Way to go, Chris.
Yeah,
welcome
Chris,
aboard.
We certainly appreciate that. And we'll be reading more of your comments throughout the day. By the way, if you have a question on any of the particular items that we are today going to be talking about, if you'll just put a Q in the chat, you'll just put a Q, Ray, in the chat, then that will let us know it's a question, and we can read that. If we don't get to your question, then, of course, there's the opportunity for someone from our staff to answer that today.
Aubrey's here.
Aubrey is here, hiding somewhere back over there in the
magic hands in the background
corner. She shows up right there on the screen. So we'll be mentioning more about that coming up today. Mountain Dweller says, good morning. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Again, lots of freebies, comments. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and, Ray, let's go ahead and tell people right now what they need to do.
All right. So what we need you to do to register for the freebies is go to YouTube, our YouTube channel. And Brian, can you throw that slide up for us? We have an exact QR code that you can take your trusty phone out and just put it on the picture mode if you have a iPhone, and it will dial it up, push the button, and it will take you directly to our website or to YouTube or Facebook. So we're going to be using QR codes throughout this whole broadcast. So when you get to YouTube, go into the comment section and put freebies. Now, one of the other things that you got to do is subscribe.
Yes.
So subscribing is part of the contest. If you just put freebies and don't subscribe, then we have to go to the next one that's in the drawing. And Brian, we're actually going to do this every hour. So we've got a drawing that's going to be happening in the first hour, second hour, and third hour. So there's three
big
packages.
winners, 3 opportunities today. But as the old saying goes, you can't win if you don't register.
That's right. That's exactly right. Now, Brian, I'm looking at our footprint on here. I want to say a shout out to Dallas, a bunch of folks out there, Chicago, big time, and even downtown New York City. And
New York City.
Yes. And Metro Atlanta. Hey, you're the ones that got us started 10 years ago. And I appreciate everybody in Metro Atlanta there. And we can't forget Orlando. Orlando's on right now too, Brian.
We love all of you, and just big time thank you to all of you for tuning in today. And we're especially grateful just for you that have been utilizing Mountain Sweet Honey's products. We've been in business for 10 years. And you guys have been a very faithful and loyal audience. And just to see so many people
you're blowing us
checking
away
in today here on the live stream. We're going to get to the deals in just a moment. I know that's what you're here for, is for that incredible savings. But again, just a heartfelt thanks from myself, from Ray, and the entire team at Mountain Sweet Honey. That is the sponsor of Buzz TV. You know the web address, mountainsweethoney.com.
Now, Brian, in our last broadcast, which was November 10th, we were giving away a package of bees there too. And Jennifer McKenzie, congratulations. We were in contact with you last week, and we want to thank you for entering. And she was also the one that did free bees, Brian, back last week.
Very cool.
So,
big
2 weeks ago.
Shout out there to Jennifer McKenzie. And if you'd like to be the next person that wins, and you won't have to wait this time. We'll actually be able to do the drawings today during the broadcast here on our Black Friday special at Buzz TV. And again, Jennifer McKenzie, the winner of freebies from a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, so it's YouTube, and then subscribe, and then freebies. That's all you got to do, and you're in the running for our first giveaway.
Jessica writes in the chat, sitting here with my 5-month-old. She's ready to learn bees and see what is shared from all of you as we drink a bottle. Okay, at first I'm like, okay, wait a minute. That bottle.
I'll drink to that.
I'm with you there. And Mountain Dweller says, I would start with 2. Talk about package of bees. I would start with 2 so that you can gauge the difference between your hives. Is that a good strategy?
Absolutely, Brian. We always encourage new beekeepers to start with two packages and 2 hives, so that you can compare who's doing better or who's doing worse. And if you do an and you happen to roll a queen or kill a queen off, you can always save the day by having another hive there at your disposal. So yes, very good comment. And who was that from?
Our friend Mountain Dweller.
Mountain Dweller.
Got him there.
All right, Mountain Dweller. Thank you very much. Well, hey, Brian, is there anything else we need to do before we get the show going?
I have some questions from people wanting to know if there will be discounts on package bees today.
Okay.
I know we may not want to tell them what that discount is, but will there be some savings?
Yes, we're going to do Russian package bees today. And so if you have not, if you're an experienced beekeeper and you want to put your toe in the water and go outside of Italian bees or Carniolan bees, we got some Russian package bees that we're going to be bringing up here in probably about another hour and a half or so. So stay tuned. We've got plenty of deals coming. All right, Brian, anything else?
Let's get into what we have today for everybody.
All right. Well, Brian, let's get to the Ceracell nuke feeder. All right. So, folks, one of the things that I found was about 4 years ago. I was out in California talking to my good friend, John Carone, and we were walking through a showroom, and I saw these Ceracell top feeders. And I said, wow, these are heavy duty. And I started handling it and everything. And I said, man, this is something that's going to last. So that's what we did is we brought these on board 4 years ago. We have not had one negative comment in regards to these feeders. All right. So Brian, do we have a slide up on that? Okay, great. All right. So let's take a look at this, this feeder here. Okay. Now with this feeder, you have these inserts that have two areas where the bees can crawl up in. Now, what they would do is they would crawl in up through here and then go down on the inside here. And what this does, Brian, is it allows the bees, if they get into the sugar water, an easy escape to come out. And this is all textured here, so the bees can grab hold of that with their feet and make their way back out into the hive. So these all just go sliding right back in. Let's see here. There we go.
That looks like a very durable product as well.
Now, this holds roughly 1.3 gallons, and you can position this however you'd like if you want to move these around so that they have access, or you can put it right in the center of the hive where the bees are going to be in a ball clustered during the winter months. So you can experiment on your own on that, and this is very solid. You've got almost 1 inch thick lumber that's used. So in all, you're looking at a very, very good high quality top feeder for your nuke.
And refresh my memory, is this the product from New Zealand?
Yes, this is a product from New Zealand.
Thomas Clow, our friend Thomas down in New Zealand? Clow, Thomas
Yep.
Clow, okay.
Yep. Now, folks, let's throw the slide back on up here, Brian.
All right, let's do that real quick.
All right. So our normal bargain price on this top feeder nuke is $29.99. Folks, we've lowered the price down to $21.99. That's a savings of 26%. Now, to get this deal, you got to put in a coupon code, because this is not something that we're advertising. It's BF3, Black Friday 3. So use that. Use the QR code up in the top right-hand side, and that will take you directly to that product, and you can do your purchase at that point in time. Now, let's just get back to the Ceracell feeder there, Brian, on camera 2. And this is made of heavy-duty food-grade plastic. As you can see here, it's a very thick, it's not flimsy. And a lot of times, folks, when you have a flimsy top feeder and they crack, guess what? The fluid goes all down right into the brood, and they get chilled, and then they die. So very much heavy duty from Ceracell there. There is no other feeder on the market that has this thickness of plastic. And again, it's food grade plastic. Holds 1.3 gallons. 4 entry points that they can come out through, the bees can, to feed and get immediately back down into the cluster there. And another great thing about this is you can use one for dry feed and the other one for your sugar water.
Okay, I wouldn't have thought about that.
So you can feed both ways on your bees. Now, if you did that, you would snap these back out so that the bees would have access into the dry feed on that. Now, these are also very easy to wash out. Just get some hot water and they'll clean out. You don't even have to use any detergent on that, Brian.
Ray, how do you know how many of these to buy? What's the metric to determine how many I should get?
Well, for every nuke, you should have one, especially in the spring when you're doing splits. You're going to need to feed your bees. And this one here allows you to go at least a week to a week and a half without having to go out and feed. 1.3 gallons is sufficient to get you through that period of time. Now, Brian, as you noticed, as you stated earlier, Thomas Clough is our main guy there in New Zealand, and he's just a great guy to work with on that side.
And someone that will be a future guest on Buzz TV. So we're excited to have a series of interviews with Thomas to find out what's going down there in that beautiful, beautiful land of New Zealand.
Yes.
Good product. Thanks, Thomas, for sharing.
All right. Well, we're going to get reset.
Well, what I want to do before we actually move on is, again, to walk people through this process of how to take advantage of the savings. So you see what's called a quick response code. You hear us talking about a QR code. That's just a short name for a quick response code. And I learned something recently, Ray. I could be sitting on my couch, open up my iPhone 12, turn on the camera, and just point my camera from a distance of 12, 13 feet at a little bitty QR code there on the television, and voila, it zeroed in on it and brings up on my phone, a little yellow box, a little yellow rectangle that I can click to go right to the site. So when somebody does that here, it's going to take them right into the mountainsweethoney.com website for this particular product. But to get the savings, again, this 26% savings, knocking that price down all the way to under $22, put in BF3 as the checkout code. Obviously,
now, Brian, you used to have an iPhone 6 till about a week ago. All right. They didn't have QR code on the camera.
They did, but it was you had to use a third-party app, and it was just it was convoluted. Now I know if my parents are watching, they're still using
phone, don't they?
They're still on that Motorola flip phone or the iPhone SE or something like that. But if you've got a modern phone from the last 4 or 5 years, it should be no problem. Just pull it out, turn on the camera app, focus at that QR code, and it takes you right into the website. Put in BF3 for the savings on this particular product.
Now, let's just say you don't want to do that, Brian. Put the scroller up on there. Call us, 706-886-1322. We've got our customer call center that's ready to be there and help you through the purchasing part of this broadcast. So again, 706-886-1322.
And sometimes it's just nice to speak to a human. I know in an age of automation and all that's going on, it's just nice to have a friendly person on the other end. Who are some of the people that they will be speaking with today?
Well, we've got Deb, who is our supervisor for the call center. She's going to be there. And we also have Shasta, and Shasta, of course, is the one that did the hive on my right hand side here. So if you get Shasta, talk to her about her painting and what inspired her on that there. And Brian, I am just dumbfounded. We got folks in Washington State, Othello, Washington State on right now. We've got Roanoke, Virginia, a bunch of folks there. We've got folks in Midland, Michigan. So thank you for tuning in on that. Brian, anything else before we put this up for 30 seconds?
I was just going to read a quick comment from Tom. He's asking a question. Are Russian bees a more aggressive bee? Because we are going to offer a special on a package of Russian bees today. What do they need to know?
All right. So I always recommend Italian bees to new beekeepers, especially during their first 2 years of beekeeping. After that, then look at Russians and Carniolans and Caucasians. And the reason being behind that is those three bees that I just mentioned, Carniolans, Russians, and Caucasians, can be a little bit aggressive. If you were to drop a frame, they'll fly right up in your face and try to sting you. So that's why I always say newbies always start with Italian bees on that. And those that have some experience, 2 years or more, the Russians are a great bee. And in fact, Brian, one of the things that we find is that about a 13% increase in honey production because the Russians fly on overcast days. So hope that answers his question there.
And it looks like I did have something wrong on the phone number a moment ago. So let's just clarify. It is 706-886-1322.
That is correct.
So my mistake there on that, now corrected. The Time Life operators are standing by now to take your call. 706.
Well, let's put the slide up for 30 seconds, and then we're going to move on to our next product here. Alrighty, and that's a garden hive cover. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to be keeping this very fast-paced here. Okay, folks, we are back and wanted to welcome, let's see, who do we have here?
Todd says nice hats. I don't know if he's being sarcastic or not, but maybe I'm just interpreting what Todd is saying, but he says nice hats, guys.
All right, so we've got people in Columbus that have tuned in. We've got
Columbus, Georgia, or Ohio?
No, Ohio,
okay.
And Cleveland, Ohio. I'm sure they've got some snow on the ground. And Buffalo, I know that they are housebound still, probably right now, Brian.
Too bad we're not selling snow blowers today.
Yes, or generators. Okay, folks, let's start with our next one. Brian, let's throw up that slide. This is a garden hive cover. Normally, the great price on our website is $39.99, and Black Friday special $29.99. That is a 25% savings, and use coupon BF4, Black Friday 4. That's what you can remember on that there. Now, let's take a look at this this hive cover, Brian, if you'll put me on 2. All right. If you want to spruce up your hive, this is how you want to do it. There's some folks that have it right beside the driveway as you come into their residence. And this is a wonderful way to have that pizzazz put into your hive and just really, really spruce it up. Of course, if you got Shasta's hive there, if you bid high enough on that and put this on the top, we'll put this on the top for you there if you request it.
And Ray, Jessica commenting on Shasta's artwork says it's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for the charity auction. She, meaning Shasta, is so, with lots of O's, talented.
I hear you. When I saw that Shasta's hive there, Brian, I went, wow. And she did a really, really good job on that. All right, let's get back to the garden hive cover here. All right, so we also have hives that are put into gardens. This is another wonderful way to dress it on up. I've seen these at zoos. I've seen them at botanical gardens, and it's just a great way to show off your hive. All right, so this has vents, as you can see up here on the front. There's one in the front, one in the back. It is heavy duty, 7/8 thick spruce wood. So got some really heavy dutiness to it. It is almost twice the weight of a normal hive cover. So you don't have to worry about the hive cover blowing off on that there. Now, during the winter and fall, you would want to plug the front and the back vent up on this. And that is to help retain the warmth of the colony. And once spring comes around where your temperatures are above 55 degrees as a low, then you just take those plugs back out. I've seen people, Brian, use corks from wine bottles just to push in there, and that way it plugs it up for the cold winter months.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, on the roof itself, you'll want to paint an oil-based um, paint on this so that it will repel the water on that because it is a wood roof on that. Okay, so you're going to put 3 coats of paint on your hive. Same thing for this garden cover. All right, let's go back to the slide here, Brian. All right, so now our deal is again, the website price is $39.99. Black Friday price marked down $10 to $29.99. That's a savings of 25%. Use your QR code to find it directly online so you don't have to look around our website. And then use the coupon code BF4, Boy Frank 4, and you'll be ready to get that savings going on that there. All right, we also have this in an 8 and 10 frame. So when you go to the QR code, you'll have an option on which size you would like to have. So 8 frame and 10 frame there. All right.
I'll mention something here real quick, Ray. I hope everybody has signed up for the Mountain Sweet Honey email list.
Yes.
When you go to mountainsweethoney.com, you're prompted there to give us some information. I think all you really ask for is just their email address. And then they get access to a bunch of exclusive offers. And I think there's an email about to be in your inbox in just a moment.
Yes, in about 4 minutes. Take a look at your email and you'll see all of today's specials that we are going to have. So if you can't hang in here with us for the full 3 hours, you'll be able to go directly on our website and get those discounts there.
But here's the reason to hang in with us, in addition to the freebies that are being given away, is just to get the explanation of how to use these great products, getting to see them close up. And so thanks again for being a part of what we're doing here at Buzz TV.
All right, so let's put that slide back up here, Brian, for the product. All right, so our web price again is $39.99. Black Friday price, $10 off. $29.99 is the sale price today. That's a 25% savings. Use the QR code. That's to the right corner of the screen, top right corner, and use the coupon code B as in Barry, F as in Frank, and the number 4, and you'll be ready to go on that. Brian, let's take a 30-second break and we'll go on to hive smokers. You know, we were talking about the hive smokers back on our last broadcast.
Well, the item I'm probably most excited about because A, I need it, and B, the savings was just off the chart.
Yeah. Stay tuned, folks, because I'm going to go into this pretty deep. All righty? See you in 30 seconds.
And of course, welcome back to Buzz TV, our Black Friday special. He's Ray Sivitz. My name is Brian Race. Have you signed up yet for the freebies? Go over to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel. In the chat, just put down freebies. Yeah. You can just write freebies or say, I really would like freebies, or freebies are the best. We'll let you figure out what you want to put down. And our first drawing to give away a package of Italian honeybees. That's coming up here shortly. Before we get back into our next product, Todd wants to know, how far west do you ship bees?
Okay, if we were to draw a line in the Midwest, we ship to Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Iowa, and then over to Illinois, to Michigan, and then to Maine, down to Florida, and then back over to Texas. So folks, we service 31 states with our bees, but we go nationwide with all of our beekeeping supplies, and we're only held back on shipping our bees to that territory because of the time of freight time that bees can be in the shipping. Typically, we want the bees to be there no later than 5 days from when the ship date is. They have enough food in the can to get them through 7 days, and that's the reason why we like to see them delivered within five business days.
All right, Ray, I've got a graphic of our next product, our next Christmas special, this being the Hive smoker.
All right. So, folks, here we go. The Hive smoker, normally $32 on our website, which is a great price. Forget that, Brian. We're slashing it down to $17.99. That's 43% off, folks. Use the QR code up in the top right and get it while supplies last. We've got about 100 of these available. And hey, even if you have a good working smoker, now's the time to get a backup. So the coupon code on that is B as in Barry, F as in Frank, and the number 5. So BF5 gets you into that there. Now, Brian, let's flip over to the product here. Okay, so this is a standard smoker, and this is how you'll receive it. To let the bellows loose, you take this clip off, and the bellows is out. This is a leather bellows, so it's built to last, and you have your hand guard here on the front. That's what these wires are here for. And then this is also to latch on your hive stand, so you don't have to set it down on the ground. This does get warm. It is stainless steel, and you will burn your hand, and that's the reason why this guard is on there, to keep you at a safe distance so you don't burn your hand. Now, inside of this, when you open up the top, is the table itself. And what you would do is bend these out, and there's 3 of these legs. So now it sets up above the bottom of the smoker itself. Now, why does it need to be up? When you're doing this, it's sending wind through to the smoker itself, and it comes up underneath this table and helps the fuel burn. So I'm going to just drop that down in there, and now it's ready to have fuel put in there and smoke really, really well. Now, again, this is a leather bellows. It does have the hive stand perch where you can clip it on. All right, Brian, let's throw this back to the screenshot on this. All right, website price is $32. Black Friday price $17.99. Oh my gosh, we're getting them through here, Brian. I am amazed. We've got
a lot of folks are excited about this.
30 people on there buying these right now.
Is there a limit to the number of these that can be purchased
100.
today?
100 is the amount that we've put for.
But
for
one individual person can buy as many as they want.
No. It's one per person on
one per person here on this deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So this is a 43% savings. You got the coupon code again is BF5.
And Ray, let me mention real quickly, I forgot to put BF5 on the screen, and so the coupon code doesn't show up for this particular special, but it's BF5.
Yep, Barry Frank in the number 5.
Black Friday 5, or Barry Frank if you want to go that route.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, QR code. That does get you directly to our website. And again, BF5 is the coupon code for that. Okay, Brian, what comments have we gotten on this?
Well, let's see here. Again, tons of people doing the whole free bees thing. Jeff says you guys forgot to mention the bustling metropolis of Hico, Texas. Is it Hico or Hico, Hico? Or have you ever heard of that before?
All right. So my screen shows where the internet connection goes through into the World Wide Web. So I've got Houston, a bunch of people in Houston. I got a bunch of people in Austin and in Dallas. So those are the 3 hot spots that we have there in Texas.
Jocelyn says, good morning from Tennessee. Well, good morning to you, Jocelyn. And let's see, I've got a couple of others here. Terry says, I just subscribed to the channel. Remember, that is important that you not only subscribe to the YouTube channel, but that you also put in the comment freebies. And let's circle around again real quick, Ray, to this gorgeous, let me bring that up on the screen here real quick. This hive that is over your right shoulder, that Shasta, one of our valued employees at Mountain Sweet Honey, she did this custom artwork. It's for charity. It's a one of a kind. And what any idea where we are with the current bid, or what was the last that you saw?
We were at 655 just before the broadcast. Now, folks, this also includes bees that go with it too. So
I don't guess I was aware of that. So it comes with what you see, but a package of Italians as well. Okay.
And we'll ship that immediately to the winning bid on Monday morning at 11 o'clock. It will go out in Monday afternoon's mail. And let's see here. And the bees will actually get shipped out to their choice of dates in the bee season between March the 15th and May the 1st.
And Jennifer, who won the package of Italian bees from the previous show, just jumped into the chat here and said, thank you guys so much. So thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate you watching Buzz TV.
All right, folks. Oh, wow. All right. We have $750. Looks like right now is the top bid. And I'm sorry, Brian, but I can't pronounce his last name, but he's from Arlington, Virginia, and he's originally from Serbia. And so we will definitely put a message there and during this break that right now he's the current leader on that. Folks, break me on this one. Let's get a couple $1,000s together on this, and I'll match dollar for dollar personally on that there. And let's make a good effort to change a couple of kids' lives through great counseling. And
when's the cutoff? When
11 a.m. on Monday.
11 a.m. on Monday's the cutoff. All right.
You know, Brian, we're gonna come back live on Cyber Monday, and I look forward to seeing the goodness of our beekeepers, because we got a lot of great-hearted people in the beekeeping community here that I know can just run this number on up. And Shasta did autograph it too, Brian. And so this is an original, one of a kind, and we're also going to have another hive, which is on my left here, and that one goes up on Cyber Monday.
You can see that a little bit. I've got that back up on screen now. We'll get you some close-ups of that a little bit later, but another reason to come back. And I assume if we're back on Cyber Monday, there's some additional savings to be had.
Oh, yeah. There will be different merchandise that we'll be bringing in, and I'm still working on the list, so I can't tell you everything, but I will be hard at work once this show's over today, working on everything that goes into Cyber Monday that we're doing.
I'm going to throw the Hive smoker deal back up on the screen for 30 seconds. I want to remind you the coupon code that is not on the screen is BF5, Black Friday 5, BF5, again, to save 43% off the Hive smoker. And while you're placing that order, we'll take
Brian, we're going to medium frames, grooved medium frames are our next item up to discuss. Alrighty?
All right. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Ray Holly is checking in with us here on the chat and says the prices you guys are offering today are incredible prices, and
Yes.
that's why we wanted to do here. That's why we're
Yes.
here on Black Friday, bright and early, to give you really what are the best prices of the year.
Brian, folks don't know this, but you cut your week of Thanksgiving short to come back and help me with the show here. And I appreciate that. You flew in what time yesterday?
I got into town last night about 8 o'clock or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got home?
I was promised free donuts today. Aubrey, where are the donuts?
All right, Aubrey. All right. So let's get started with our next product here. And those are medium frames. These are unassembled, folks. So this is an unassembled price. We also offer assembled too. So the normal price is $1.25 each. We sell these in 8 or 10 quantities, but today it's 10 frame quantities. All right. Normal price is $1.25. We're marking it down 12%. You might have seen others in your inbox saying, hey, we got 10% off, 11% off. We're at 12% off on these. There's not a whole lot of margin when it comes to these frames, but I want to get the best price out there for this day of Black Friday. All right, so Black Friday price is $1.10. Coupon code BF6, Black Friday 6, BF6 is your coupon code. Now, to get to that product on our website, grab your iPhone or other phone, put it on the picture mode, and get the QR code up on the top right hand side of the screen. And that will get you directly to the website. If you cannot, feel free to give us a call, 706-886-1322. And are we running the ticker on that, Brian?
The ticker is up, but I think it's covering up the coupon code. So we'll give you that number, 706-886-1322. And there's the coupon code that you need to know, BF6.
Brian, we go through about 100,000 of these frames a season, and it just really amazes me on that. Aubrey, can you give me the scissors, please? All right. So when we're looking at this product here, Brian, we've got the legs, the top bar, and the bottom bar. One of the things that you want to make sure when you're putting one of these together, here's our bottom bar, and we'll get to our top bar here. And Aubrey, I'm going to just hand you all this before I spill it all over. And all right. So, folks, when we put together a frame, we want to put glue, and we use Titebond wood glue on both here and here, right where these legs come together like this. And I always move them in. Don't try to jam them in because you'll crack the wood on that. So just work them in. Then you're going to put wood glue right down in here into right here. And then it's as easy as this right here, putting this in. Now, I shoot one staple here and here, and on the top, two staples. And the reason why there's two staples on the top, when we're prying this out of the hive, this is where the most torque happens on the medium frame. So that's why we put two staples in, and also wood glue on all the joints. Brian, any questions on that?
It looks simple enough. So simple that even I could do it.
Well, one of the things that you also want to do is you want to use a 1/4 inch head on a staple with a 1 1/4 inch to 1 1/2 inch leg to it if you have a staple gun. Otherwise, you can just get some smaller nails in circumference and go ahead and put 2 nails on the top, 2 nails on each side, and just 1 nail here in the center. Now, it's going to be a little bit difficult to hammer it in because you got this gap that's right here in the center, and it could split the wood. So I highly recommend using a staple gun get that done. Now, one of the things, Brian, with this here is that these are grooved bottoms and grooved tops. So what we use in this is wax covered plastic foundation, and they'll just pop right in there and go about your business. I would typically would like to have these set for 24 hours for the glue before they go in the hive, but it's not a necessity on that there.
Of course, you see the special up on the screen right now. This is 12% off. Let me remove this ticker so you can see the coupon code BF6 for these medium frames that are unassembled. I did see a good question over here I wanted to jump back to real quick from Chris. He wanted to know if the specials are only good while the Buzz TV live stream is on, or will these specials be in effect until the product runs out, or when is the last day to take advantage of all of this?
We have about 5,000 frames available. We'll do one case, which is 100 unassembled frames per customer on that. All right. Now, pricing is good until we either run out or Sunday midnight.
All right. So don't delay too long as we're looking at some of the analytic screens that we have. We have people by the hundreds tuning in to this live stream. And I'm sure, Ray, that everybody back in the office is happy answering the phones and helping people with all of these sales. So do not delay.
And Brian, one thing that we've got to remember on this is that use the QR code, and this will make the order process very, very easy. And use BF6,
I believe. BF6.
Yep, BF6 as the coupon code, and you'll be in great shape on that. And of course, you can always call us at our call center, 706-886-1322. All right. So, Brian, we're 47 minutes into this broadcast. And Aubrey, can you begin to pull your first winner? And when we come back from break, we will announce that winner.
Stand by. It could be you. All right, everybody. Welcome back to Buzz TV. Brian Race, Ray Sivitz. So much going on today. Whoa. That reminds us that it is time to do our giveaway here. Our first package of Italian bees.
Yes.
As you've noticed, if you're in the chat over on YouTube, everybody's making the comment, freebies. That's how you get registered. You subscribe to the channel. You put freebies in the comments. 2 more winners to be announced, but do we have our first winner?
Yeah, we got our first winner, Brian, and it's Chris Mano, or Mano, Manno. And Brian, did you have any comments that Chris had out on?
Chris has made a couple of comments today, but I don't have those aggregated and ready to go right now.
Well, let's give a shout out to some of the cities that are tuned in and watching us here. All right, in Utah, Salt Lake City, we got folks that are watching us from there. Welcome aboard. We've still got some folks from Midland that are tuning in, Midland, Michigan, Hobe Sound, Florida, some folks down there. And of course, Brian, where we would love to be right now, Miami, Florida. And we've got a bunch of folks down there that have tuned in. And of course, right here local, Cornelia, Georgia. And
good.
So we're in good
I'm seeing
company.
lots of comments from Ohio. A lot of people saying, God bless you guys for doing this today. And somebody else says, the information you're providing today is really helping me understand what my equipment is designed to do. So that's why we're doing all of this.
Yes.
That's what we wanted to accomplish today, was to not just bring you the great sales, but help you to understand your products much better.
Okay, so Brian, let's remind everybody how to win freebies.
And I'm going to do that. And then there was also a price increase coming up soon that we want to let people know about.
All right.
You want to do that first?
Yeah. Right. Let's talk about it. One of the things that we do as a company that no other bee supplier does is the sooner you order bees, the lesser you pay. And the closer we get to bee season, the most expensive it gets. Still a great price, but if you really want to save money, almost every month we do a price increase, and that next price increase, Brian, is December the 1st. And that can affect some dates, some bees, that it all depends on where our inventory is. So this is the time to definitely sign up for your bees. And another thing that we do, Brian, on top of this is, one, if you get into the season, or excuse me, through the winter, and you see that your queen has gotten through the cold winter, February the 1st, we allow up to February 1st, no charges to cancel your order. So if you place an order now and your queen or your colony gets through the winter, we can give you 100% refund back on your bees. Now, after February the 1st, we do have a $35 restocking charge that's there because our inventories are really low at that period of time. All right, so
I do want to jump back in.
Yes.
Chris, who did win the freebies, had this question: are the deals only good for separate orders, or can we combine multiples in the same cart?
Okay, you can do either way. One great thing with dealing with a small family-owned operation is you can place your order now, and we'll combine those orders and send them out in 1, 2, 3, or 4, 100 boxes on that there.
Let me ask the question a different way.
Okay.
Since we have different coupon codes for different things, if somebody is on the site and they're thinking, you know what, these first 3 deals that I've heard, I want to get all 3 of them. How do they what's the best way to logistically complete that order online?
Just order it now while we have it on the screen. That way you don't have a transcribe error on Black Friday 1 or 7 or 40 or whatever.
So don't let things build up in the cart. Just go ahead and complete the purchase with the coupon code at that time, and then make a separate purchase. All right. I think that'll help a lot of people.
Yeah. And the freight really, it's just pennies difference versus getting it all together or separately on that there. We're hitting an all-time high right now that I'm seeing on Mountain Sweet Honey. Thank you, folks. We got people that are waking up in Los Angeles right now watching us. So thank you, folks, for tuning us in. We've got more people in Chicago. Thank you for tuning in. New York City is just bumping it right now, Brian. What are you seeing on Facebook and YouTube right now?
I'm actually watching some cat videos right now.
Get to work. Are you looking to buy a cat?
No, I'm looking to become a better beekeeper, and that's why I'm here, and just thrilled to be a part of the Mountain Sweet Honey team. Again, thank you to everybody that's there at 706-886-1322 taking these calls. And I think we've got another item that we would like
yes, we do.
to get to here. Let's see what we've got showing up now.
Okay. This is a Varroa mite wash. Now let's talk a little bit about why this is different from other treatments. So let's talk about other treatments. There has been much talk in the past of putting powdered sugar on your bees to hygienically clean them themselves. That has been proven a folklore for years, and it does not work. And that's per the universities that have entomology groups that do their studies on that there. The most effective way is, let's step through this here. Well, let's put the slide up first here, Brian. All right, so we've got the website price, which is always a great deal, $19.99. Today's price, half price, 50% off, $9.99.
Hold on a
Coupon
second.
code.
I'm not doing what I need to be doing here. So let's get the Varroa mite wash slide up. Now I see the 50% off savings.
All right. Here we go. You with me, Brian?
Where's the free coffee and donuts I was promised?
Aubrey, go around the corner and get him some donuts. I started at 4:30 this morning. I think, Brian, what time did you come in?
I rolled in about 6.
6. All right. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay. So the web price, $19.99. Black Friday price, $9.99. That's 50% off. Use coupon code BF7, Black Friday 7, and that will get you the price on that there. Now let's go back, Brian, to camera 2. And here's what we get when we're opening this up. First of all, it's a screw top to it. It also has the directions on how to use it. And you got a basket and the bottom container. So when we look at this, let me get my notes out here. Okay, so we've disassembled it here. We're going to go to the brood part of a frame, and we're going to move approximately 200 to 300 bees. Now that will be right up to about this part of the basket, and inside it is marked, so you have that available to do your 200 or 300 count bees. Now, before you do that, you want to fill this up to about right here with rubbing alcohol and water, a 1-to-4 ratio on that. So you'll take your bees, put them in here. You want to have your hand over the top of this because they'll fly out, and then do this, screw the top on, and then you're going to just do 1 or 2 shakes and let the bees get saturated. Now, one of the things that we have to understand is the bees that are in here are going to die. But what we've got to figure out is how many mites there are for these colonies here. So we've got the 200 to 300 bees in there. We want to use a 1-to-4 ratio with rubbing alcohol to water. And one of the things that you also want to do, because I skipped ahead on this, is locate the queen, Brian. You don't want to put the queen in here. That's instant death. So if you find a frame that the queen is on, just put it off to the side and take your frame, move your bees over into the basket, and off you go. All right, so you'll do a very rapid shake on this, and then what you'll do is you'll take the top of it off, take your bees out, and you're going to see little black dots. Now, if we were looking for dots, it's going to be smaller than a period on a 8 font size period that we would find on a piece of paper if we were writing a paper. So it's important to count at that point. And by the way, you want to shake that for about 60 seconds. And then that gives the mites off from the back of each of the bees. And what you're looking for is 3 mites per 100 bees. So if you have 300 in there, if you have 9 mites that you can see in the bottom, that means you need to do a treatment at that point.
And this may be a dumb question, but how do I know how many bees that I have in
the inside of this basket? It has 2 measuring points.
Okay.
And that will tell you approximately how many bees are in there. Obviously, if you do it during the winter versus the summer, the
and
bees
theoretically, how many bees could somebody put into the cup?
Oh, I would imagine you could put 500 in here, but I wouldn't.
I wouldn't have thought that
on that side. And one other thing that you could do on this is get a piece of cloth, white cloth, and just pour this on a white cloth, and that will help you be able to see those white dots, or excuse me, black dots, which are the small Varroa mites that are on the bees.
And again, that percentage that we're looking for that would tell us that we have a mite infestation or a mite problem to be dealt with?
Anything over 3 mites per 100. So if I had 300 in here, if I count 9 mites out on my white piece of fabric, then it's time to do a treatment at that point.
Okay. All right. I'm putting that special back up on the screen there. Let me make sure that you can see what we have for the code on this one.
Okay. So this is the mite wash kit. Normally $19.99. Black Friday price $9.99. A savings of 50%. And use coupon code BF4. Black Friday. Excuse me. Black
7.
Friday 7.
Yeah. BF7 on the mite wash kit.
And use the QR code in the top right, and that will take you directly to the website where you can place your order. Now, we also have our call center that's wide open right now. Call us at 706-886-1322, and the gals will be able to help you out with your order.
Now, here's a question you may have addressed a few minutes ago, but I think it's worth asking again. You suggested that we order each item separately to make sure that we get them. Will all of the separate orders be combined in order for us to get free shipping?
Yes. If the total comes out to over $125, then we will refund whatever shipping is there.
Okay, so the system is sophisticated enough to be able to.
It will charge them on the front end, but on Monday we'll go back and do a refund on those orders.
All right, I want you to say that one more time because that's important.
Okay. All right, for free shipping, if you buy 2 of these Varroa mite kits, and then you decide to buy a package of bees later on, then the package of bees does not qualify in the 125. Everything else does on today's sale items. So everything except bees. Now, if you order $100 on your first order and you order $50 on your second order, everything is free shipping at that point. So order and don't worry about that. We'll take care of it on Monday and you'll be issued a refund on Monday for any free shipping qualifications on that there. All right. So Brian, one last time, you want to throw that up on the screen on the Varroa mite check kit.
All right, we'll give you guys a chance to take advantage of this savings, and we'll be back in just a moment.
And Brian, we're coming back with a classic glass jar, 2-pounder. So stay tuned, folks. We're going through them.
And we're back.
All right, Brian, what comments are you seeing on your side?
I first want to once again congratulate Chris Mano. He's our first winner of free bees here during the live stream. We still have two more that we will be giving away. So I hope you guys will stay tuned for that. Let's see here. We're getting lots of hellos from Florida, from Arkansas checking in.
Yes.
It is a good day from wild, wonderful West Virginia. Always fun to have the West Virginia folks checking in. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you guys from Ohio. Let's see here. Emily says, as I understand, you have to be on the. Oh, she was just responding to somebody else, reminding you,
Yes.
you go to the YouTube channel, you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Then in the chat or the comments, you leave the phrase free bees. And
Yep.
just like Chris, his name was drawn earlier. We will have another drawing coming up here within another 30, 40, 45 minutes,
Yes.
somewhere like that. John has a question. Where did your Russian bee stock come from?
Okay. We call it Russian hybrid because to be under the Russian umbrella of a breeder, you have to be at least 10 miles away from each yard. And we were not able to do that in South Georgia because there's so many bees that are being raised throughout South Georgia. So that's the reason why we have went to the hybrid. They are a majority of the breeding that we see on the queens is as close to purebred as possible. But we want to be full disclosure on that and say that's the reason why it's called a hybrid.
Trisha makes an interesting observation, and I think I know what she's facing. She says there is no comment section on the live stream on YouTube, and that, Trisha, is probably because you have it hidden. I'm not sure how you're accessing the stream right now, but on mobile, sometimes you have to slide one way or the other. If you're watching on your television, you might have to click an up button and slide over a couple of spaces to activate the live chat. My easiest recommendation, if anybody's having problems doing that, would be to go over just to your computer, your laptop, your computer. The way that interface environment is, it usually has the chat just popping up right there to the side of the actual video. That way you too, Trisha, can get registered.
You know, Brian, I've left out the Northeast. We've got a lot of people in Boston. We've got people in Middletown, Connecticut. And of course, New York City continues to pump up the volume there in New York City. Coshocton, Ohio, folks there tuning in. Folks, I'm just really taken back of how many folks have tuned in for this special day with us. All right, so Brian, let's go on ahead and
I do want to jump in with one more, if I may. Let me see where that comment just disappeared to. Oh, here we go. From Marley, are the sales on the website as well? And I think what she's asking.
No.
Okay, you've answered the question then.
No, these are one thing that we have found is social media goes crazy on our coupons, Brian, and the word gets out. We offer this to our 76,000 customers that we have in our database, and we feel that's sufficient on that side. So we do not advertise these outside of emails and on this broadcast. So thank you for tuning in. Brian, is there any others?
Aubrey says the website will accept multiple codes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
so,
they will.
So what does that mean?
Okay. So let's just say you wanted to buy one of each of what we have had on this morning. This will allow you to put in a coupon code for each item that you have purchased. So if you have 10, you can put 10 coupons in there. I don't know if it goes above 10, Brian, to be honest with you, but all of these coupons are tested before we go live, and they all work and work well. But again, if you run into a problem, feel free to call us at 706-886-1322, and our call center will help you out with that there. All righty.
All right, I'm putting up our next product
Okay.
here on the screen for this 2-pound classic glass jar.
Okay. I think you got Varroa mite wash. Oh, there we go. All right. This is the fun with live streaming. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about this 2-pound classic jar. This is where beekeepers have been on putting their finished honey out for sale. This is also used for competition purposes. When you get into honey judging, you'll see these used. Now we've put a price on this. First of all, let's start out $19.99 for a case. This is case only. We don't sell them individually. And $19.99 is the great discounted price on this on our website. Today, $15.99. That's a great deal. It's 20% off. The coupon code is BF8 on this one here. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this jar. Brian, if you can put it on camera too. This jar is made in the USA. So it's beautiful glass that this is. It's not plastic. Your customers are going to love the glass feel that this has here. It has sculptured sides to each side of it, and then the front allows you to put your label on that there. So plenty of room for a label on this. The top is a metal seal, and it also has the rubber part on the inside to make a complete close on this when you close it on up.
And you made the comment that your customers will love this. Is this a product that people who are reselling their honey would most likely have?
Yes. You'll find a lot of beekeepers are very successful in selling these to hardware stores. Hardware stores, you will sell a lot of honey. When we first got into this 10 years ago, we put it into one of the hardware stores, and they wore us out on sales.
We need more. People are eating it up.
Yes. All right. So we got a beveled side glass to this, a metal twist seal with a silicone seal on the inside. Brian, let's throw this back up on the slide. All right, folks, again, the QR code is on the top right-hand side. Website price is normally $19.99. Today, $15.99. That's a savings of 20%. Use coupon code BF8, and the QR code will get you directly there to our website. And if all else fails, you can call us at 706-886-1322. And hey, ask for Shasta. She's the one that has this, that painted the hive that's behind me on the right here. So talk to her, tell her what you think on it there. And I'm sure everybody would love to have this hive, and your bees would love this as a hive, Brian.
Let me jump in with some comments here. Again, thank you, everybody, for just being just incredible with the chat today. We're seeing so many comments that are coming in. Let's see here. Millbrook, New York, checking in. I love your bees. Fred says, great show. Todd says, my profile photo tells you where I'm from. And I think he's dressed as Santa Claus. So,
all right.
We got
he's
the North,
from the North
we
Pole.
have the North Pole
right.
Checking in here today. And again, please go over to the YouTube channel if you want the freebies. If you want to be eligible for the freebies, important that you not only subscribe, but you put freebies in the comments. But I want to send you to the Facebook channel for Mountain Sweet Honey. And what happens over there at the Facebook channel?
Okay, so on Facebook right now, if you go on Mountain Sweet Honey Facebook, we're giving a silent auction on a hive that Shasta painted up. It's for Faith's Powerhouse. And what they are is a nonprofit that counsels kids that have been abused in their homes. And very, very worthwhile nonprofit. I believe in this nonprofit. So anything that we generate as a sale on this auction, the silent auction, I'm going to personally double it myself on this here. So join me in making this a huge success. I'd love to see a $5,000 bid on this and make it hurt, make me hurt on that there. Okay, so Brian, I'm looking at all the folks that are tuning in. Cincinnati, Ohio, we've got them in, and just outside of Buffalo, Springville, New York. There, we've got the Boston folks are still out there. Baltimore, Maryland, is a bunch of folks there too. And just outside of Washington, D.C., Ashburn is the folks there. So
I have a quick question that's come in from one of our viewers about how many of these classic glass jars come in a case.
There's 12 in a case.
And again, the coupon code BF8, Black Friday 8, BF8, and that gets the price down to $15.99.
All right, let's put that up on the screen, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
You are watching Buzz TV, the Black Friday episode. I'm Brian Race. He's Ray Sivitz. You guys are continuing to check in with us. Let's see here. Paul says that I've been purchasing from Mountain Sweet Honey for years.
Well, thank you.
And have even stopped by your business while visiting my daughter in Anderson, South Carolina. Great products and bees and a friendly staff. So.
Yes, I can't overstate, folks. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for great folks and our entire staff. I was thanking them just last week for this. They're just super human beings is all I can really say there. Super good people.
Briannon, not to be confused with Rhiannon, the old Fleetwood Mac song, but Briannon says, free bees. I want free bees. Make sure you do that. Dan says, up north in the snow belt, we cannot even begin to think of inspection until late February, but I guess I'll just have to add another hive or two if all three make it through the winter. So we hope your bees make it through the winter.
One way that you can check that during the winter is go behind your hive and lift it up just slightly to see how heavy it is. And that will tell you if there's enough honey stores to feed the bees through the season. And one thing that we're going to be showing on Buzz TV in the months to come is an infrared camera. And we can actually see, Brian, that cluster of bees on the inside of the hive.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, we just got that equipment in last week while you were on vacation.
Ray is going crazy buying equipment. I hope you like the video live stream, but every day when I come to work, he's got a new gizmo or gadget. But the reason we're so excited is because it means you're going to get some incredible content, some behind the scenes type of footage, hive inspections. I know we've teased people. We're doing house calls where we actually show up invited, not uninvited, but we show up invited and do some hive inspections. And we look forward to being at some trade shows here in 2023. So if you haven't subscribed and hit that little bell to be notified of when we go live, when we have a new content available, do that, because 2023 is going to be the biggest year yet for education and information and a little entertainment from your friends at Mountain Sweet Honey and Buzz TV.
Now, Brian, I'm looking at folks that have tuned in. Silicon Valley, San Jose.
But they're just tracking us. That's just data collection.
I guarantee. Oh, he just clicked off. So we found him out.
I used to years ago at a radio station would always notice Langley, Virginia checking in, and so it quickly dawned on me. Oh, that's just the CIA guys checking up on us.
Now, Brian, we've got about 30 minutes before our next drawing. Let's give everybody how to sign up to get the freebies that are just joining us from the West Coast.
Yeah, I know if you're just waking up out there, you're probably wondering, how can I win the freebies that I'm hearing discussed? Super easy. YouTube, go to the Mountain Sweet Honey YouTube channel, and then there's two things that we're asking you to do. First is to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and that's going to benefit you in the long run just to get more great content. But then second, go into the chat or where the comment section is, and it could be as simple as just putting freebies. When you look at what everybody else has done in the chat, you'll see a lot of people just typing freebies. And then here in a few minutes, we'll have another drawing. We're giving away the Italian honeybees, a package of Italian honeybees, which you can't win if you don't go through those two steps to get your name in the hat.
All right. Well, so Brian, let's go on to our goatskin gloves and throw that slide up here. All right, we're on. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about goatskin gloves here. We carry a lot of sizes, folks, in this, from extra small to 2XL size gloves. Myself, I use an XL size glove. Normal price, which is a great price on our website, $19.99. But hold the fork, Brian. $9.99 is our price today.
50% off. And this is good through Sunday at midnight.
Or until we sell out. We've got roughly 500 pairs of gloves.
And is this one of those items that you traditionally see a lot of
yeah.
people purchasing during Black Friday?
Yeah.
So don't delay. And remember that coupon code that Ray's going to share with you in just a moment.
$9.99, stock up on them, because we all know that we're going to go through gloves. That's one of the most heavily part of going through our supplies is our gloves. Now, the coupon code on that is BF9, Black Friday 9. And again, that's 50% off. Now, Brian, let's flip it on over to camera number 2. And we're going to talk a little bit on how to keep your gloves clean and looking good. And not all feeling like you got to be a man of steel because they've gotten all gummed up, and it's no fun in beekeeping there. Okay, so when we look at these gloves, this is goatskin that's on the top. And then this is a nylon that goes up from the wrist to the elbow. And on the top, there is elastic. So you've got the elastic that keeps the bees from coming in up underneath your armpit on that there. Looking on the construction on that, there's the top, there's the bottom. Now, again, we've got extra small to 2XL. That's available. $19.99 is the normal retail price on that. Black Friday price is $9.99, and the savings is 50%. Use BF9 as your coupon code, and be sure to use the QR code to go directly to our website to place your order. And last but not least, you can call us at 706-886-1322. Now, my understanding is the lines are busy right now, but don't give up on us. Leave a message, and somebody will call you back today on that there.
Hey, quick question for you, Ray. Yeah. Sabrina's checking in. She says, thanks for the email. Some great deals today.
Thank you.
Let's remind everybody, if you're not signed up to be a part of getting emails from Mountain Sweet Honey, what do they need to do?
All right. When you go onto our website, there will be a pop-up that happens. And that pop-up will ask for your email address, and that's it. And you'll be on our email list. We have roughly, I'd say about 30,000 on our email list.
It's a lot of satisfied customers right there.
All right, so let's go back to these gloves here. A lot of times we get propolis on especially the fingers and inside the thumb as we're handling the frames. And how do you get these things clean? It's pretty easy. If you got propolis on there, get some sand and just gently rub your hands together, and that will take that propolis and roll it up, and it will fall off. Now, if you got honey, because we've just got through honey season, the best way to do is to get sawdust and rub your hands together there too. And what that does is the sawdust absorbs the honey, and then it cleans your glove at the same time. Now there are times that I have both honey and propolis, Brian, on my gloves, and so I'll use the sawdust and the sand as a final cleanup on the gloves itself.
And that takes care of it. You found that to be the most effective way to do that. Wonderful.
All right.
Hey, Mark from Warwick, New York says he's a first-year beekeeper with 3 of Mountain Sweet Honey's packages, and he's got more ordered for 2023.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your business. Okay, so let's go back to this one last time. Our sizes are extra small to 2XL. Website price is typically $19.99, and our Black Friday price now is $9.99. That's a savings of 50%. Use coupon code BF9 and use our QR code up on the top right, and that will take you directly to that product on our website. And if you don't want to do that, folks, our call center, we do have a few lines open right now at 706-886-1322, and ask for Deb. She's our supervisor, and she'll be more than happy to help you there. Brian, let's leave this up.
Yeah, I'm going to throw in a question here. Lynn would like to know, do you get free shipping on frames?
On frames, we do not when they're assembled, but they will be today if she puts the code in. And again, if you have multiple orders on Monday, we will refund that shipping cost back to their credit card.
Jim says, Ray, thank you for the advice on cleaning the gloves. I wondered about that. And what we're going to do is leave this Christmas special for the goat skin gloves up for 30 more seconds or so. Go ahead right now, scan that QR code, takes you right to the website for this particular item, BF9, to save 50%.
Now, Brian, before we go, let's talk about if you have gloves that have already hardened up, and now you go to put your hand in those. They've had honey and propolis on them, and now you can't even hardly grip through it because of the layers of honey that is on your glove. You can take some warm water and put it on like a washcloth and just rub your hands together, and that will free that on up. Then go into the sawdust and the sand, and that will help clean those up.
Just saw where my father is viewing, says he's enjoying the show. So.
Hi, Dad.
Absolutely. Baton Rouge, Louisiana checking in. I was promised by the union, the Beekeepers Union, a restroom break. Is that going to be a thing here during this?
Yes, we may disappear.
You okay,
times.
Aubrey? You okay?
Aubrey's all right. Okay, that's good. All right.
So this might be a 60-second break.
All right. We're going to do that. We'll see you back here in 60 seconds. All right, Brian, that was more than a minute.
Welcome back.
I'm glad you took care of business.
Too much information here for Friday morning, but needless to say, we're having fun today. Hope you are as well. We're just thrilled to see so many of you taking advantage of what is the best deals of the year today. We're going to have that bee package giveaway, our second one in coming up in 15 minutes. So make sure that, in fact, do me a favor. You don't have to because it's not in the rules, but do me a favor and just tell us where you're from as well as putting in free bees. Now, as I said, if you've already just typed in free bees, you're eligible because that's the basic requirement. But we really would love to know where you are watching today.
You know, Brian, we've got people now in from Montevideo, Minnesota. We've got people from Alliance, Nebraska. We've got Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So welcome aboard, folks. We're glad that you're watching us here this morning. Okay, so we're 15 minutes away from giving away our next bee package. You simply have to go to YouTube and subscribe and then put free bees in it as a comment, and that gets you qualified. So don't forget subscribe and don't forget free bees in the comment.
And it will be the Italians that we are giving away, although we're going to still have a special on some Russian bees coming up. But it's the Italians that we're giving away for free.
That is correct. All right, so let's move on. We're going to get into a little bit of our education section of our broadcast here. Brian, you got it up on the screen? All right, great. This is our beekeeping basics manual that we've been using for, I guess about 5 to 7 years. This is put out by Penn State, so it's a really, really good book. I was so taken back because I had taught this class, a beekeeping boot camp, for the last 9 years. And this book actually follows almost to the T my teaching. So very, very much enjoyed seeing this. And quite frankly, we've sold thousands of this book. Now, let's talk about the deal here. The deal is our normal website price is $19.99. Black Friday price, $14.99. That's 25% off. You know, you might have seen some other beekeeping suppliers saying 10 or 11% off. I don't think, Brian, we have anything that low. Our discounts are far more than that. And our normal pricing is also better on that. So today is a great day to be buying beekeeping equipment and supplies. So for $14.99, you get this book, and you'll need to use the coupon code BF10. Black Friday 10 is the coupon code on that. Now, when you look at this, and Brian, let's go ahead and put it up on the screen here. Okay, so this is a full color manual that you'll have. I don't even think there's any black and white pictures in this. This is all color pictures. There's 98 pages to this guide, and it's just filled chock full, Brian, of knowledge there. So I know that you probably didn't have this on your list, but you need to get it on your
you
list.
Actually gave this to me my first day with the company. So
shoot me in the head.
But that tells everybody how important this book is, because when I said, is there a primer out there for a new beekeeper, you immediately went to one of the shelves in the store and said, this is what you need to start reading. And it's been incredibly helpful to me over the last couple of months.
Now, this is spiral bound, so you can take this outside when you're working your hive, and you can lay it out on a table or on another hive cover and take it step by step through there. Here's some of the chapters within this manual. The organization of the hive, and they go into what the queen's role is, the drones, the workers, and also about the brood and brood production. They talk about beekeeping equipment, colony management, management diseases, so you can manage diseases, parasitic mites, and pests. They also have a whole section on honey production, pollination, and beeswax, because Beeswax is in high demand, and especially if you're going to compete on the state level or regional level, you'll need to know how to handle beeswax and how to get it pure beeswax on that side. And then last but not least, they go into the floral sources of nectar. And so it's a very, very comprehensive book. Highly recommend it. Um, let's go through that, Brian. You got it up with a slide. It normally is $19.99 on our website. Black Friday pricing, $14.99. That's a 25% off. Use coupon code BF10, Black Friday 10. And of course, you can always use that QR code that's on the top right. Just get your iPhone out and put it on the picture setting, and it will pick it up for you on that there. Now, if you have a flip phone like my dad, call us at 706-886-1322, and somebody will help you with your order on that there.
Hey, speaking of beekeeping information and instruction, JJ has a question. There were rumors about the Beekeeping Bootcamp online videos. When is that going to be available?
Oh my gosh, Brian, that's our next
Am
segment.
I jumping the gun here? All right.
Yes. So I'm not going to say anything, but yes. Okay, let me give you a little descriptor on this before we take a quick break here. The Beekeepers Bootcamp, we normally have once a year. People fly in from all over the country to take this class. A year ago, we had over 250 people that came in for that boot camp. And one of the things that we had heard repeatedly from our emails is, Ray, I can't make it because I have other things that had been scheduled. Can you send me the notes? Can you send me a video? And we've taken these comments over the years and said, hey, let's make it work. Let's videotape it. Let's cut our class size down. So, Brian, what we did, and you were there for this, is we cut it down to about 100 people, and we brought in a film crew from Atlanta to do it for us, and it is on our website now. So somebody that's in the farm country of Iowa that wants to be trained in beekeeping, this next segment is for you. If you're in Texas and you're 20 miles from the nearest town, this class is for you. If you're in Florida and you don't want to get off the beach, this is a class for you. Brian?
So what I'm going to do is put back up one more time the current offer that we have on the Beekeeping Basics book, give you a chance to take advantage of that special with the code BF10, and then right back with all those details on the Beekeepers Bootcamp video. So keep watching. It's Buzz TV. All right, and we are back. Buzz TV live stream Black Friday edition.
Yes.
We'll announce our next winner of the freebies here in just a moment. In fact, I understand a name has been selected, but we're going to read that off in about 7 minutes. Still one more to be given away, though, so I don't want you to be discouraged thinking, oh, they've already drawn a name. It's not going to be me, but it could be you. So hang in there, be patient, and you might just be a winner.
All right, folks. So our next product is the Beekeepers Bootcamp video. This is a pay-per-view service that we offer. High quality video, teaching that I do personally myself, and questions from our audience. And this was just taped, Brian, 2 months ago?
September 24th.
All right. So just a little over 2 months ago. All right. The normal price on this bootcamp video, and this is for a 1-year subscription. Now, the reason why we have this for 1 year is that you might listen to it now, and then 2 months from now, it's going to be the middle of winter. And then 4 months from now is beginning of spring. So you'll want to go back and listen to this or pull various excerpts out of it so that you can refresh your memory on all of this, because it's a very comprehensive training and it will definitely pull your learning curve up very, very quickly. The normal price on our website on this is $99.99. And today, 40% off, $59.99. And use coupon code BF11, BF11, Black Friday 11. Now, what do we typically do in this boot camp? It's really crazy good. We start out as if you did not know anything about beekeeping, and ramp that up by the end of the course where you're a pretty much educated beekeeper, but you haven't had the practice of hands-on because you weren't here for the boot camp. But you actually see us in the video, me getting into the hive, explaining it. And let me go through some of the things that we talk about here. All right. Oh, well, I'm going to have to go from memory on this. All right. So what we do is we start out with who are the bees? Italians, Carniolans, Russians, Caucasians. We go where they have come from, and mostly it's from the Russian area or in Romania, in that area, the Czech Republic. So we step through that. We also talk about the roles of each of the members of the colony, the queen, what the queen does. We do quite a deep dive on that side. We also do a dive into the drones. And do you remember what I say about the drones?
No, you were droning on at that point, and I missed it.
Well, ladies, I say the drones are there to eat and to mate.
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay.
Thinking, what a life.
And and then they mate and die.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of a hilarious part of the video on that there. But we just step it right on through what to look for when you do a hive inspection, how to use equipment properly, and also how to extract honey, how to put a package of bees into the hive. So we go through all those, and then we finish up with a hive inspection and some of the rules that we have here in the state of Georgia, which is pretty much common in all states, of what is a honey kitchen and how you sell honey, either from your home or through a hardware store or a second party source.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people during that session of teaching really sit up straight, take lots of notes, because you just got so much honey left over, and some people are actually doing this as a business.
Yes. And, you know, my story, folks, on this was I started out with 4 hives and went around to my neighbors and said, hey, I'm starting up some hives. And before I even got to half of them, they already had seen the hives in my backyard, and they had already come to me and said, hey, I want to buy some honey from you. Well, one of the things we as beekeepers should do is give our immediate neighbors a free honey bear of honey. Keep great relations with them, and everything will be good on that side. But before I knew it, Brian, I went to church, and folks had already heard that I had gotten into beekeeping. This at that time, I was a banker, and people are saying, "Banker by day, beekeeper."
How
by
does
night.
a banker get into beekeeping?
My ex-wife.
Okay, all right.
so anyhow,
she took the bank, and you kept the bees.
Yeah, that's more truth than it would be said on that there. Okay, so anyhow, honey is talked about very much in depth. Let's go back to the slide here, folks. Normal price is $99.99. Today, Black Friday special, $59.99, and that's a 40% savings. Use coupon code BF11. And Brian, are we seeing many folks using the QR code?
Quite a few are using it, and from all over. We're seeing people from North Carolina, Jefferson, Georgia, Princeton, Indiana. I've got some folks from Texas taking advantage of the deal. Horizon City, Texas, in that
Very
list
good.
as well. So keep using BF. Let me move my little cursor there. BF11 to get 40% off. And can you walk us through the logistics of the 1 year subscription? So
Okay.
I sign up to get this. Am I receiving a DVD in the
No,
mail?
no.
What's happening?
Okay. So when you click on that QR code, or you can go on our website page, and when you go onto our website page, you will see where it says Beekeeper Training at the top. You will click on that, and you'll have some options, from a 2-day pay-per-view, a 3-month, or a year. And the sale today is on a 1 year because that's the best value for all beekeepers, and that's at $59.99 when you use the coupon code
BF11.
BF11. Yes, on that there. So you'll see an introductory where I tell you what's going to be on the video, and that's pretty much it. You go straight in. There's five segments to every course, and you also can purchase the class notes also for this too. That is in addition to the $59.99.
I hope I'm saying her name correctly. Irina. I've already
All
butchered your
right,
name, but
you've done the damage.
she has a good comment here about sharing this information with her local beekeeping association. I would encourage you to do that right now. You know somebody who's in the beekeeping business or beekeeping as a hobby. You're involved in a local group. If you get our emails that went out this morning, you could forward that to them. You could send somebody a text with a link to watch the live stream right now. So that's a good question. Who do you know that would love to take advantage of some of these savings today? Would you take a moment and share the stream information with them?
All right. And is that a throwback to me here? I'm sorry. I was looking at the map.
No, that's fine. If you've got some more information you want to share about where folks are checking in, I'm ready to give away some bees.
And I've
got the name, but you're gonna tease us out a little bit longer.
All right. So Denver, Colorado, we're seeing folks tune in from there. Sullivan, Indiana, is where that one looks like we're seeing some folks from, and we've got some Metro Atlanta. Holy cow. You guys are tuned in and you're looking for the deals. Chicago, not far behind Atlanta. New York City. Now, I know there's more people in New York City. Folks, did you know that New York City has over 5,000 beekeepers? That's beyond crazy. It's the most congested beekeepers anywhere in the world, right there in New York City. Brian, let's go to a quick break so I can get the name, and we'll see you in 1 minute. All right, folks, it is time to give away our second package of bees, and we still have one more package of bees coming up somewhere around 11:45 this morning. The winner of this 3-pound Italian package of bees that will be shipped next year, 2023 season, between March the 15th and May 9th, is Jenny K from New London, Ohio. So Jenny, congratulations. And we will be in touch with you later today in regards to what time you would like your bees, and also where we're going to send them on that there. So congratulations.
And that was a question a lot of people had in the chat, was when were you going to send out the bees? I imagine somebody in New Hampshire is like, please don't send me bees right now. No, we know when to send the bees.
Well, and, Brian, that brings up a really good point, is not everybody should be getting March bees. March bees are really for the immediate coastline of the East Coast up to Virginia and going down to South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. That's what March bees are all about. Now, if you're in Chicago, which we're seeing a lot of people in Chicago right now, you're going to be looking at May bees or late April. The last thing that you want to do is schedule your bees too early and you got snow on the ground, or there's inclement weather between, let's just say, between us here in Georgia and somebody in Iowa. You got to figure all that in. Just because it's nice where you're at doesn't mean that between us, when that truck is carrying your bees, that it's not going to run into cold weather, and that will kill bees too on the way. So if you're indecisive or you need assistance on a bee date for the shipping, please call us at 706-886-1322. And do you have the ticker going on that, Brian? All right, good deal. All right, so our customer service folks will be able to help you get the right date for where you live, and they're really good at that on that side there.
Hey, can I jump in again real quick? That beautiful beehive over your right shoulder. If somebody has just jumped into the live stream, let's tell everybody about this auction, the silent auction.
All right. You'll need to go to Facebook, and we'll give an update on Facebook after the next break here.
So there's multiple ways people are accessing this channel today. You can go to the Mountain Sweet Honey Facebook page, Mountain Sweet Honey YouTube page, or at mountainsweethoney.com. But for the silent auction, you need to go to the Facebook page.
That's correct. Now, this is a Shasta original, one of a kind. And I'll back out of the way here so that you can see it a little better. What we're doing, folks, is we're raising money for Faith's Powerhouse. It's a nonprofit that helps kids that have been in an abusive home situation. And I'm matching dollar for dollar, whatever the highest bid will be on this. You can bid on Mountain Sweet Honey on the Facebook page. And just look us up if you haven't already followed us. We have about 36,000 followers on our account. So do that, put a bid in. We got a lot of generous beekeepers that I know of. Jump in there, make me cry, Uncle Brian. You know that. So, I'd love to see a $5,000 top bid, and we're gonna end the bidding on Monday at 11 a.m. And we're going to be back here on Cyber Monday. This has been a huge success for us, folks, and I look forward to seeing you all again on Cyber Monday. So a Shasta original right there with the colorful sunflowers and the bees flying around. I don't know, Brian, any bees that would not want to go into that hive.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, it just makes you think, hey, here's the sunflowers. Let's go get the nectar.
Okay, so Brian, it is time. The Russian bees are here.
Ah, yes.
All right, this is the Russian hybrids, and you got that up on the screen there, Brian?
In just a moment. Yes, sir.
Okay, our regularly low price on our website is $140. Not today. Black Friday price, $130. That's $10 off. Use coupon code BF12. Again, Black Friday 1-2. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what these Russian hybrids are all about. First of all, we have never offered a discount on Russian bee packages. So this is a first. Today's a first, Brian. Us being the first company to have a live broadcast on Black Friday. I this is a first. It's crazy good. We've got Aubrey jumping all over the place, putting product over here for me to talk about, answering Facebook. We're seeing messages there on YouTube.
And we're going to do it all over again
Yes.
on Monday.
Yes.
So if you have enjoyed today, it's not over. Still some more specials to come, but even more will be available to you guys starting at 9 a.m. Monday morning on those 3 outlets that I gave you earlier, the Facebook, YouTube, and mountainsweethoney.com.
Okay, so folks, hear me loud and clear on this. I would not recommend these bees for new beekeepers. Italian bees is where you need to start your beekeeping journey. All right, so these Russian bees fly on overcast days, so their nectar collection is far higher than what you would see Italian bees. Italian bees tend to stay in the hive and just hang out until the cloudiness or overcast day is over. They're not going to go out on heavy fog or dew that's out there in the air on those particular days. Where the Russians, they will definitely do that. We see anywhere from about a 12 to 13% increase in honey production when it comes to the Russian honeybees, Russian hybrid honeybees. Now, they do tend to protect the hive much better than what the Italians do. So the guard bees, if they see danger coming, they're going to come up and bump you. And if you keep coming, then they're going to try to sting you. Now, what most beekeepers do is they use smoke to help calm them down, and when they're in there taking a look at the colony on that side. All right.
While you're thinking of your next thought there, since we're on the subject, Dennis would like to know, do you use any insurance on bee shipping? Ordered 2 late April packages to Connecticut and somewhat concerned now, as you mentioned this.
Okay. All right. Yes, we do fully insure every package of bees that goes out in case something goes wrong. And when you ship 20,000 plus packages of bees like we do every season, there's something that's going to go wrong. Either Johnny at one of the handling facilities, Brian, runs it over with a forklift, or they fall off the back of a truck, they get damaged. So you're covered under that there. A lot of bee companies can't offer this. They just don't have the shipping experience that we do. We were one of the first ones to ship bees on huge quantities like we do today. And we're the largest shipper of bees on the East Coast and in the Midwest. So when you're dealing with Mountain Sweet Honey, you're dealing with a reputable company on that side. But yes, every package is insured.
Also wanted to mention, piggybacking off of a comment from Michelle, she was wondering why a question had not been answered yet. Just want to remind everybody, we're getting tons of questions. And so we can't get to every single one of them today, but we will have somebody while we're on the air, but we will have people responding to your questions. We certainly use questions in future episodes on our live stream. So thank you for your patience, but it is helpful to us if you just put a Q right in front of your question. So if you do like a Q dash and then ask your question, that'll help our moderators to, well, me, I'm the moderator. It'll help me to zoom in to it a little bit quicker. So keep that in mind. Let me get that deal with the Russian hybrid bee package back up on screen there. While you're looking at that, somebody wanted to know, and you may not want to answer this because this might be the reason to come back. Will there be any other deals on bees of a different type coming up in a future broadcast?
You will want to tune in on Cyber Monday. We'll be back on at 9 o'clock, Brian?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. on Monday. And we've got whole new deals. So you got to stay tuned. And yes, there will be bee packages that will be part of our Cyber Monday. So tune back in. Brian, let's throw up that slide. You got it
And,
up.
and while we're doing that, James has an interesting question. I think that ties into this conversation
Yes.
of the different bee varieties. What is your most Varroa resistant bee?
Yeah. Okay. So all bees are hygienic, and there's been a lot of studies on this, and quite honestly, that's part of the reason why I don't even mention hygienics anywhere on our website. And it's simply
Explain that term to me, hygienic,
okay.
because when I think of hygienic, I think of something that I wish high school boys at the church youth group were more
Well,
conscientious
yeah.
about.
Well, this is pretty similar. This is when bees clean each other, and they clean each other.
And maybe I'm glad the high
Yeah.
school boys
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah. All right. So the bees, for example, if you mark a queen, they're going to pick that paint off the back of the queen bee. The same thing with mites. So the hygienicness is part of the cleaning of each other in the bees. So that is a common trait in all honeybees. And unfortunately, some people have kind of went like the organic industry has, is just saying, hey, we got organic bees, or we've got hygienic bees. And so I think it's overstated quite dramatically because all bees are hygienic. Now, there is also bees that are pretty lazy too. And that all goes back to the queen on that there. So, great question.
Yeah,
That's the
thank you,
reason why we
James,
don't talk about it.
for asking that. Andrew wants to know, will these Black Friday deals end tonight?
Okay, Black Friday deals go through Sunday, or if we sell out on a particular item between now and then, they will go off on the website there. So the best I can say is order as soon as you can, get the deal. And if you wait, you might not get the deal.
Can you mix Russians with other types of bees? Is a question I
Okay.
just saw pop up. I
Yeah.
don't remember who asked that, but that was a question I saw
Okay.
earlier.
So in a given bee yard, and I'm saying about a foot space in between the hives, you could have Italians next door to the Russians, next door to a Carniolan, or next door to a Caucasian.
I swear that sounds like a mob. You know, you got the Italians, the Russians, the Carniolans.
Yeah. And so, yes, you can raise all different varieties of bees on the same stand. I would again leave about a foot between each hive on that side.
Very good. How big is our family at Mountain Sweet Honey was a question.
Right now is our off season, so I believe we're at 12. But then when the season comes into play, we'll be somewhere north of 24, 25 people on that side.
Ray Dale wants to know, can you put two queens in the same hive to double protection? I guess for double protection.
That's a no. You don't put two queens in a hive. It's much like, Brian, two women in a kitchen.
Yeah.
It ain't going to happen. There's going to be a throwdown.
Mm-hmm.
And the same with queens.
And everybody experienced that yesterday. Just think of the chaos in the kitchen when you came in, and
there was some eyes that were given, and I just retreated.
Your opinion was not in the recipe, right?
No, it was not. I was the outcast. And it was my birthday yesterday too.
But your opinion still wasn't in the recipe.
It was not accepted either. So, all right. So let's go back to two queens in a hive. That's a no. One of them's going to kill the other, and it might also be a dangerous part that both of them get wounded enough that they cannot produce. So would never want to have two queens in one hive. Out of all the hives that I've been through in my career with honeybees over the last 10 years, I would say I've only seen a mother and a daughter queen in the same hive. And that was rare. And they were getting along, which was also a very hilarious thing too, Brian. But no, you never want to put two queens in one.
Well, after your explanation, Dale came back and said, "Sorry, dumb question." No, it's not a dumb question. We appreciate
Hey,
all
Brian,
questions.
we're seeing people now from Apple Valley, California. Welcome to Buzz TV, and Aurora, Colorado. Welcome to Buzz TV too, and Weatherford, Oklahoma. There. So,
how do the Russian bees do in a cold climate? Is a question that just popped up.
They're a more hardy variety, and here's why I say hardy: is when you look at a cluster of bees going into the late fall into winter, the larger the colony, the more the warmth. And the more the warmth, the better that they're going to get through those cold winter months. I would highly recommend the Carniolans, the Caucasians, and the Russians for anyone in the New England, Northeast United States. I would also do any of the Great Lake regions would be good for all three of those. And the reason being is these big clusters that go in is these queens on all three of those varieties that I just mentioned, they lay even when pollen and nectar is in a dearth. It has to go for a period of time before they will cut back. Now, the Italians, the queens, they'll cut back almost immediately when pollen and nectar begin to decelerate into the end of the season.
All right, I'm going to throw this back up full screen here. We're going to take just a super quick break,
well,
give you a chance.
Let's go through it one last time, and then we're going to take a 1 minute break here.
All right.
All right. We have the Russian honeybee package. Website price, $140, which is a deal if you look elsewhere. Our Black Friday price is $130. That's a savings of $10. We're limiting 3 per customer on these Russian hybrids. Use coupon code BF12, Black Friday 12, and use our QR code up in the top right to go directly to order those bees. And if you don't want to do that, just give us a call, 706-886-1322. And one of our staff will be more than happy to help you as you're wanting to place your order. Brian, let's take a quick break here.
And we are back here on Buzz TV. He is Ray Sivitz. My name is Brian Race. People are checking in, watching from all over the country. And we still have, as I'm looking through my notes, Ray, there's still plenty of deals to come, including some combo deals. So don't tune out just yet. You might miss the exact item or items that you would like to get.
Folks, I am so taken back how many folks are tuned in today. You know, when you do something that has never been done before and you see the outpour, Brian, that you're seeing on YouTube and I'm seeing on our website, and we're seeing on Facebook all at the same time, we're a blessed company, is all I can say. Now, as I'm looking here, Los Angeles, outside of Los Angeles, Apple Valley, California. Hey, welcome to Buzz TV. And then we're also looking at Estes Park, Colorado. Hey, I love that area. Have vacationed there a couple of times. I might be back next season. Who knows?
Ray, I've thrown a question up on the screen from Dan. He says, can I change a previous order of Italians to Russian bees? I live near Lake Erie on the North Coast.
All right. Yes. Call us on Tuesday. Aubrey's with us here in the studio, and we can't let her break free out of the studio here. So call her on Tuesday and she can switch that for you. And that's perfectly fine.
And you haven't seen Aubrey on camera yet, but you've seen her hands occasionally show up and
We're
her
going to
laughter
catch her
in
one
the
of these
background.
times.
But we're grateful for her help and the entire team back there at Mountain Sweet Honey. Again, Mountain Sweet Honey, the sponsor of this live stream, mountainsweethoney.com. Still one more package of free bees to be given away here before we wrap up around noon Eastern time.
Yep, we got to get moving here, Brian. So let's talk about this queen excluder. Let's go ahead and throw the slide up first. We have a metal queen excluder, website price, which is a great value, $15.99. Black Friday, $9.99, folks. I don't remember ever being able to offer this at $9.99 for the full 10 years that we've been in business. Coupon code BF13, Black Friday 13, and this is a 37% discount. So jump on this. Let's talk a little bit about the queen excluder. The queen excluder is used to trap the queen in the lower half of, and Aubrey, let's hear that book, Steve. What we would do is if we put this on our hive, let's see if I can get this to, let's see, maybe like that. There we go. All right, so we would put this above the brood deep and a brood medium, and then we would put this queen excluder on. Now, what this does is it traps the queen from coming up and laying in the frames, her brood. So the honey frames will be completely honey when you go to extract them. Now, the critical thing with using a queen excluder is you have to put it on once warm weather comes and the queen has went to the bottom. You don't want to trap her up on the top, especially when the temperatures start getting in the 80s, 90s, and even hundreds that we have here in the United States. So trap her down in the bottom. She'll keep from laying brood into the honey frames, because let's face it, folks, those that are experienced, you can't extract from the medium honey frames when there's brood there. So you'll have brood getting into your honey and all that fun stuff. So definitely do that. Take the excluder off when you harvest the honey, and you know the queen's down there, you've already harvested your honey, and take this off. That allows the queen to go back up in the fall and winter months where the heat rises within the hive, and that way she can stay warm. If you leave this on, you'll trap her down in the cold part of the hive and she will die.
Wayne makes a comment I'd love for you to amplify on. I use the queen excluder for making splits. Is that a function that you would recommend for splitting a hive?
What I like to do when doing splits is just going ahead and take your frames, and you might take 2 frames or 3 frames from a hive that have brood on them and move them to a new one, a new hive, or into a nuke box, and go from there. But yes, you could use that for that.
I've lost the question here, but as best I remember it, someone was asking if they purchase a product today that goes on sale during the Cyber Monday, will they receive that discount retroactively?
Okay. We're a small company. So if you see that you order something today and it goes on sale on Cyber Monday, we will honor the Cyber Monday price. You'll need to call in and just let our customer service folks know, and they'll pull your invoice and it will come to me. We'll issue whatever the refund amount is on Tuesday. So not a problem at all. We want to make sure that we're doing everybody right on that side. All right, let me talk a little bit more on this queen excluder. It's all metal and it has no welds. It's all crimped. Even the little slats that go down the center, it is stainless steel. And what that means for you as a beekeeper is that you can use it and abuse it on cleaning it, and it's still going to look great. What you would want to do is use a frame scraper or a queen excluder scraper and clean out the wax on an annual type basis on that there. But this is all crimped, no welds at all on that there. All right, Brian, let's throw that slide back on up and let's talk about it. And by the way, folks, I think that you'll get at least 10 years of use on this, properly used on it, because it's stainless steel on that. All right, this is the Queen Excluder, stainless steel metal. Website price is normally $15.99, which is a great price, but today, Black Friday price is $9.99, savings of 37%. We're limiting this to 2 per customer. Use coupon code BF13, BF13, Black Friday 13. And to get to that particular product, use the QR code and it will take you immediately there. If you do not want to use the QR code in your camera, you can call us and talk to us live at 706-886-1322. Brian, let's go to a quick break here.
That's a really good deal on the metal queen excluder. Use that coupon code BF13. Again, 37% off. Just one of the amazing deals that you're going to find during our Black Friday sale here for Mountain Sweet Honey, our exclusive sponsor of Buzz TV. My name is Brian Race. He's the owner of Mountain Sweet Honey. His name is Ray Sivitz. Want to wish everybody very happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully a happy Black Friday. We know we're making a lot of people happy today. Just looking at these comments, people are just ecstatic that we're taking the time to do this. We're ecstatic that you're purchasing the products.
Thank you, folks.
That you've got faith in what we're doing. It just means so much to us. Thank you guys for being there. Thank you for sharing these live streams. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button there on YouTube, and you've got one, I believe, on Facebook as well. When you hit those buttons, it just helps the algorithm gods favor what we're doing a little bit more, so that other beekeepers can find some of these amazing deals as well. The freebies, that's always popular. I'm seeing in the comments, freebies. I want my freebies. All you have to do is go to the YouTube channel there for Mountain Sweet Honey. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Take time in the comment. We would love it if you would just share at least where you're from. So, for example, this live stream originates from Toccoa, Georgia. So I might just put in the comments, checking in from Toccoa, Georgia, and I want my freebies, and then you're automatically registered. Now, we know that we've got, Ray, one more giveaway today.
Yes.
Can we also extend this into the Cyber Monday live stream and do some giveaways? Or what do you have planned for that?
Cyber Monday, we pull out more stops, more products than what we were doing today. It's going to be rapid fire. We've got a lot of products. We got a lot of great discounts. If you think today's good, just double it. And that's what we've got going on Monday. Freebies are going to be back on Monday. And anybody that does today also gets brought forward, Brian, on Monday's broadcast for freebies.
That all starts at 9 a.m. And yes, right now the deals continue.
All right. So, Brian, let's go ahead and put up the Beekeeper's combo here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just step us through on this, folks, of all what you get on the Beekeeper's combo. Let's start out with our website price. Now, this is kind of variable because of sizing on the outfits and the type of outfits. you'll have a choice between a 100% cotton jacket, or you can get a mesh jacket. Either way on that. And that's part of the reason why there's a price difference on that there. So let's start out with the tools first, Aubrey, and then we'll get into the garments themselves. Okay, so with this here, we just looked at this a couple of minutes ago. It's a standard Hive smoker, and that is part of this deal. All right, let's hand that off. We got now, Aubrey, we got to take this out of the package. All right, and you get a Hive tool with this. This is a standard Hive tool. This you can use to pry your frames out, or to break that propolis in between the frames. All right. This is what we use a lot of, is a Boardman feeder. This goes into the front of your hive, and if your hive was right here, and then you put a ball jar on, and that can be anywhere from a pint to a 5-pounder that you can put on there. And what it does is it drips through these little holes that are here on the top. And Brian, can you see if you can get a little bit better focus on that? And he's going to jump there to get that focused in. But these have little pinpricks in them, and the sugar water leaks down through, and the bees come back up underneath here to drink those droplets of sugar water. That's great, Brian. Thank you. All right. What else do we get in this? Oh, yes, a bee brush. We get a bee brush with that. And this is all natural hair that is here. And so you can sweep off your bees when they're on a super or on a frame of honey. So you just sweep them off and you're in good shape there. And then again, we're putting the Beekeeping Basics book in on this too. So that's what you get in this. And then we add the goat skin gloves that we saw earlier. And Aubrey's unwrapping it like it's Christmas time. And then we have a mesh or a 100% cotton jacket that we have here. Now, with all of these, you get metal zippers. The Velcro goes over, so it hides any little bit of space that a bee could possibly get in. And as you can see, this is pretty tight on this zipper here. And folks,
but you want it like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now, the great thing about ventilated suits or jackets is that they breathe. And if there's a wind out there, you get the wind to come through on your skin. Now, as we as beekeepers know, is July and August and even September here in the South can be very, very hot. Folks, I highly recommend using mesh out in the field. So you get that part of it. And
quick question before we move on to the next item. Is there a sizing chart for the coat, or how do you recommend somebody go that route?
When you go on our website, it will take you through what size of a jacket, and how you want to size your jacket is you get your winter coat plus another size above that. You do not want to have this as skin tight an outfit, because you will get stung because it will be so tight against your skin. And Aubrey, let's go ahead and put everything you get on this. Again, a smoker, a bee brush, hive tool, and a feeder, Boardman feeder. Okay, so
let me get the slide up for that again so everybody can see that amazing deal on the Beekeepers combo.
Okay, so website prices anywhere from $179 to $204, depending on what type of makeup you want for your clothing. Black Friday, $30 off on this combo. It was already, Brian, a great deal at the website price, but we're pulling out all the stops today, Black Friday, for $30 off. Use coupon code BF14, Black Friday 14. Brian?
I'm seeing some really encouraging comments from people such as Ed, who says, I'm new at this. I actually haven't even started yet, but this looks like the place to start when I'm ready. Jan says, I'm an absolute beginner from Georgia starting out next year. I'm starting to buy equipment, tools, hives,
Yes.
etc. And several other comments I've seen like that. Ryan just says, I find beekeeping very therapeutic and stress relieving. So if you want to get started with beekeeping and enjoy some of that, some of those Calgon moments, this is the place to get
Brian,
started today.
It brings up a really good point, because we have a lot of new beekeepers watching us this morning. Is a lot of people, we as a society have come down to, we can go to Walmart and pick up whatever 365 days out of the year. That's not true with honeybees. Honeybees are a commodity, and when we open up our season in June, it's one of the biggest days of the whole year for us. And these are people that are buying in June for delivery in March, April, and May of the following year. And of course, they're great prices too, but they're still great prices now. But you want to get those ideal dates now rather than waiting till January when most of the dates are closed out, because there's nothing worse than starting a hive of bees too late into the season. All right, so Brian, let's you got it up. Okay, you do. Let's go through this one last time. Is you can use the QR code to go directly on our website. It's our Beekeepers combo, $30 off. Coupon code BF14, Black Friday 14, to get your $30 off. And of course, if you're having any kind of problems with ordering on our website, you can call us at 706-886-1322, and we'll be more than happy to help you there. If you, by any chance, get our answering machine, please leave a message and we will get back to you. Again, you have your choice between a cotton or a mesh jacket, and it comes with a standard smoker, bee brush, Boardman feeder, gloves, hive tool, beekeeping basics guide, and it's just a great package, folks, for you to have this. And to be honest with you, Brian, I don't think we've ever had it this low in the whole time that we've been in business.
No, it's a really good price. People seem to reflect that in the comments. I have seen a couple of comments about if somebody just needs a jacket to complete their beekeeping ensemble, will there be any specials coming up on just jackets, or is that a tune in to Cyber Monday live stream and find out?
Let me just see here. Yes, we do have mesh jackets yet to come on this broadcast.
Oh, okay. So
all right,
keep tuned in here to Buzz TV during our live stream. We're going to throw this up for you guys full screen so you can take advantage of the Beekeepers combo, give you a little Christmas music as you're placing that order. And we will jump back in with you here in just a moment. If you need some food for your bees, I want you to stay tuned in this morning. And we're back here on Buzz TV, our Black Friday special.
Hi, Albuquerque,
Ray, what's next?
New Mexico. Albuquerque, New Mexico is on. Dallas continues to get more, and so is Chicago, and Birmingham, Alabama. Brian, back in your area of the woods.
Roll Tide for all of our friends over there in Birmingham. Cindy Osborne wants to know, did I miss the last bee giveaway? Well, possibly, if you mean by did you not hear the announcement that Jenny K won. But the good news is you haven't missed the last one of the day, which will come up here within the next 30 minutes or so. We'll have our final drawing. So again, please put freebies in the comments on the YouTube channel. Make sure that you're subscribed. And I hope it's your name that we call out here in just a matter of moments.
Well, folks, I just was looking at our orders. Thank you so much. I hope I'm doing justice to everybody here this morning. Okay, so Brian, let's throw up our next deal on that slide. It's a 10-pound case of Hive Alive patties. These are pollen patties that have all the amino acids, the protein, 15.5% protein in these pollen patties. Now, with that said, there's 10 per case, and we're selling this as a case. So these are 1-pound patties. These here, you just put them in as you see right here, and the bees will actually eat through this wax paper on that. And also they'll have access on the sides to get in there too, Brian. So that's there. So,
it looks just like the steakums my mother used to make. I don't know if everybody remembers steakums. Yeah, the bees like these better than steakums.
Well, it looks like my wife is looking for me because my phone's blowing up. All right. So we got 10 pounds case. Great price, not only on our website, but on the internet was $48.95. Black Friday price, folks, is $38.95. That's $10 off. Use coupon code BF18, Black Friday 18, and you'll get the deal that is on that there. If you do not want to use the QR code, you can call us at 706-886-1322. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about these pollen patties here. They have all the amino acids that your bees are going to need for their healthy gut, and trace minerals and vitamins. Now, you'll want to use these pollen patties during this time of the year, going all the way into early spring. That way, it helps jumpstart your queen and brood production on that there. An excellent supplement for fall and early spring. All right, so Brian, we're about to.
Yeah, I wanted to throw out a question here real quick. This is from Bill. We had there's two comments from two separate bills. The first bill says, thank you for all the great deals. Spent more than I planned, but it's not how much you spend, it's how much you save, right? That's like your way of thinking.
That's right.
Bill. And then Bill Clemens says, is there a list of deals that you are showing? I placed one order and I'd like to add other deals to my order.
Okay, so we're going to replay this broadcast around 1 o'clock this afternoon, and it will be on there nonstop through Sunday. And again, these prices are good through Sunday or until we sell out. And so if you get there on Saturday evening, Brian, and you want to place an order for these pollen patties and it shows out of stock, that means we sold out. And there's no rain checks.
Right. Don't delay.
Yep.
Snooze, you lose.
Yep. That's the deal there. All right. So let's talk about this one last time on it's normally $48.95. And today it's $38.95. That's $10 off per case, limit 2 per customer. And the coupon code that you'll want to use is BF18. BF Black Friday 18, and use the QR code to go directly to our website to place an order. If you want to talk to a live human, guess what? We have live humans. We don't have these artificial intelligent phone systems.
So when I call in, do I have to dial pound in the last 4 digits of my social and then listen to a menu of options and finally get frustrated and just start hitting 0 till I get to a real human being on the other end?
I actually did that last week. I think I pushed
Pro
0.
tip, hit 0 right away. Don't listen to the menu of options. Pro tip, skip right to 0, and you will be in great shape when you do that. All right,
we're going to take a quick break. Again, you can call us at 706-886-1322, and you'll have a live person on the other side of the phone, and I guarantee you'll like their voice too. All righty, so Brian, let's go to a quick break, and then, Brian, we are going to talk about holding tanks. Folks, call your neighbors, call your mama, call your daddy, tell them to buzz in to Buzz TV right now. This next deal has never been seen anywhere on holding tanks. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey there. Thank you for being a part of the Buzz TV live stream. Just a few minutes, we're going to be giving away our final free package of Italian bees. I want to remind you, too, that we also have this silent auction going on. You can't see it right now. It's a little obscured by the camera angle that we have, but we'll get you a shot of this wonderfully hand-painted, hand-designed beehive that Shasta from the Mountain Sweet Honey team put together over on Facebook. If you watch the live stream on Facebook, that's where people are bidding on this silent auction. Ray has promised that he's going to match whatever that top bid is. So it's an opportunity to help out a wonderful charity. Ray will be telling you more about that wonderful charity coming up here in just a few moments. But we are glad you're here. We're hoping that you're putting freebies into the comment section there on YouTube. And let me see if I can get a wide shot of what's going on here. Ray's got some giant contraption up there. Okay. There we go. We've got the wide shot. What are we looking at here?
All right. This is a 165-pound holding tank. And I want to get to that in a second. Right now, the bidding is we're looking for a bid of $800 on Shasta's Hive that we've been talking about through this broadcast. So thank you for the generosity of everyone out there. Let's do $1,000 or $2,000. I want to match whatever is given, and if it's $5,000, I'll match it with $5,000. So let's jump behind this. It is going for Faith's Powerhouse, which is a regional.
Now, did you say Faith's as in like apostrophe S, Faith's Powerhouse?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about this organization.
All right. It is a nonprofit that helps kids that have been in abused situations. I can't think of anybody else that could reach out to kids as they do and help them get through all the torment that they have been through in their young child's life. So let's place bid. It's a beautiful hive. Now, Brian, let's get back to this holding tank here, because, man, what a bargain we have on this one. This might be the biggest bargain that we're going to be offering today. And it is on a 165-pound holding tank. Normal price is $250. Brian, we've marked it down $100. And that means it's $150. Use coupon code BF19, Black Friday 19, and you'll get your discount there. Now, I'm going to tell you folks, I've never, ever sold a holding tank or seen a holding tank at this price. I don't care if it's just a couple of gallons. This is an excellent piece of equipment here. You have your honey gate here on the front. And why is it so important, at least to have a 165-pound holding tank? First of all, you can move this if you have to. The second is, let's just say somebody calls you and says, hey, I want some mini bears for this wedding that I've got going on. So bingo, this is what you're going to use to pour those mini bears, or a regular honey bear, or let's just say a mousse jar. Those are specialty items that beekeepers have, but we don't really want to fill all those up and let them set for any long period of time. That's why this holding tank is so good. Now, it also has 2 latches on the front and on the back here. So it keeps that closed, and that just keeps any dust or any critters that might come into your honey house.
Don't want critters in the honey.
That's exactly right. All right. So again, we've got let's see here. $250 is what the normal price is on this, and Black Friday discount is $100 off, and that means that your price on this, Brian, and you need one. I hope you got it on your list.
It's not on my list, but at this price, I think it has to be.
I mean, one thing I can tell you, folks, is anything stainless steel in beekeeping, you'll always get your money back on it. Whether it's a holding tank or something else, you'll always get back what you put into it.
I'm not saying that my pappy's a moonshiner, but if he were a moonshiner, what else besides honey can be stored in this?
Honey.
All right, just honey. All right.
All right.
All right. Sorry, Pappy.
All right. So our coupon code, now this is limit 1 per customer, folks. We've got about 50 of these set aside for this show. And the coupon code is BF19, Black Friday 19. And use the QR code on the top right to go directly to our website to purchase this. And again, it comes with 2 latches, 2 handholds, honey gate, everything you need on that there. $100 off.
It's an incredible deal. Take advantage of it right now. I'll blow it back up there on the big screen. Use that QR code, that quick response code in the upper right-hand corner. Just open the camera app on your phone and point it at that code, and you'll see probably like a little yellow box pop up. And once you get it centered in that yellow box, then it will give you that direct link that will take you right to the page for the holding tank. And when you put in the code BF19, voila, $100 saved right there. So please take advantage of that. Great deals today. In fact, Ryan says, thank you for bringing us these great deals, for taking time out of your schedule today. J Mom says, I bought Mountain Sweet Honey bee package last spring, and they are still going strong, hunkered down for the winter, but flying today in 50-degree weather. I keep the hive on my deck to show visitors. Good bees.
Yeah.
So thank you.
And you might want to consider that garden hive cover that we were talking about earlier. And folks, if you just tuned in, we will have this as a rebroadcast that will be available somewhere around about 1 o'clock this afternoon. Now, we're seeing folks tuning in, Knoxville, Tennessee. Got several folks there. We got Barberville, Kentucky tuned in. So welcome to Buzz TV. And Audubon, Iowa, we've got folks there. And Blair, Nebraska. So, Brian, we've got a couple more items. We've got the mesh jackets that we're going to be bringing on here as soon as we come back from this break. So let's take a break, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
And guys, a quick reminder that you can also reach out to us by calling 706-886-1322, 706-886-1322 to speak with one of our team members to help you with any of the deals that you have seen today. But right now, take advantage of this $100 savings before they're all gone. And we'll be back to show you this beekeeping suit and the next special that we're offering here in just a moment. Thanks for hanging with us today. It means a lot. We're back.
We are. And Brian, we only got 16 minutes. We got some ground to cover, but we can do this.
All right, it's time for the rapid fire edition of Buzz TV.
I want to give a shout out, though, to Amelia Courthouse in Virginia. Hey, welcome to Buzz TV. We see you on, and you're appreciated. And we also got Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, tuning in. And let's see here. Who do we got? We got more people in Dallas tuning in, and same with New York City. Boston continues to hang in there with a lot of folks too.
On the last item, the holding tank, is it easy to clean?
Yes. How you will clean a stainless steel holding tank is get some Dove detergent and hot water, and it's real easy to wash out on that there.
All right, simple enough. So far, we want to thank our friends Chris, our friend Jenny. They were the first two winners of these freebies, and one more giveaway to happen. But you've got to go to YouTube. You've got to subscribe to the channel. You've got to put freebies in the comments to be eligible. That drawing in just around 10 minutes.
Okay, so let's start with our next product here, Brian, the mesh jacket. We have this in a 2X small, all the way to a 7XL. Brian, that's going to cover 99% of our population here in the U.S.
So do you have the shack size? Do we have a beekeeper suit?
We do.
For
that
Shaquille?
6XL would be a shack model right
All right.
there. All right. Okay, so we've got our mesh hive suit back in here to show in just a moment. Let's talk about the deal. The website price is anywhere from $99 to $109. Not today, folks. Today, Black Friday special, $15 off. Use coupon code BF20. Again, Black Friday 20. Use the QR code in the top right to go directly to our website through your smartphone. And if not, you can call us at 706-886-1322. And one of our wonderful call center folks will answer your call and take your order and answer any questions that you might possibly have. Now, let's start with this suit here, Brian. Let's go back to one. Let's go back to camera one for right now. Okay, so let's start at the very top here. Got a hook. So when you get your bee suit off, it's going to be sweaty. And a nice thing to do is just hang it on a hook here. Now, underneath, it also has an elastic forehead band, so it will help keep the sweat out of your face. Now, this collapses so that you can store it very, very easily in the off season. Now, underneath here, as I mentioned earlier, are metal zippers. Those metal zippers are high quality. You'll get years and years worth of use out of that. Now, we also have 4 pockets that are on the front of this. You can put anything from a compass to a hive tool to a queen clip to clip the queen. Now, it also has pockets here on the sleeve. And Brian, let's go to number 2 on this. All right, so we have pockets there on the sleeve. A lot of beekeepers like to use this for hive tools. For marking pens is also a good thing. And here at the bottom, you're going to see that it's an elastic waist. Folks, if you're getting stung in the stomach, it's because your elastic on your current suit that you have or jacket has gotten too loose. And that's why the bees are coming up and stinging you there. You got to have a very, very good tight fit. Now, speaking of tight fits, this also has a thumb hold right here that you would slide your thumb in. And what that does is you put your thumb in like this as you go through the sleeve. And
after you have the gloves on, put the gloves on first? No.
So you'll put your arm through the sleeve, grab the thumb hold.
Okay.
Now this holds when you go to put the
glove
on.
That makes sense.
From sliding up on your arm. So elastic there. It will be tight on your wrist, and then you can put your glove on that there. Okay, so this also has a collar to it too, folks. so that you can use that as an up collar. Let's go to number 1 there. So you could put your collar up like this. So if the veil comes tight to your skin, you don't get stung. And that's why that collar is there. All right. Again, you would want to use whatever size jacket you are currently having for the winter months, and then go the next size higher. So if you use a large jacket, then you'd want to go to a 2X large. All right. Let's see here. Let's go back to that slide there, Brian. All right. So our mesh jackets, we have sizes 2X small to 7X large. Website price is anywhere from $99 to $109, which is a super good deal. Can't find it anywhere on the internet for that. Black Friday discount, $15, savings of 15%. Limit 2 per customer. Coupon code BF20. Use Black Friday 20 as your coupon code, BF20.
And I know you mentioned this earlier, but where was the sizing information, or what is the sizing guide that you would recommend?
You use whatever your winter coat size would be, and then go a size above that.
Above that, okay. Because you don't want it so tight that the bee could sting you through the suit. Okay.
All right. So again, a very sturdy outfit. We have people that have had these for years and years and have not even come back to do business with us because it's still wearable and still doing a great.
How often do you wash a suit? What precipitates doing a serious
when
cleaning?
It gets up and walks away? No.
When the bees avoid you?
I would say, first of all, you'd want to use cold water and a very light detergent on it. And I would separate the veil part and do this by hand cleaning and let the washing machine clean the rest on that there. But once, twice a year, cleaning it is sufficient.
Very good. Take advantage of that while supplies last. Only 2 per person limit there. And again, that code BF20, the phone number 706-886-1322 if you would like to make that purchase over the phone. We certainly have team members that are standing by, and we have that giveaway of the freebies. The countdown's on. We're going to do that here before 12 noon Eastern, but we want you to.
In fact, right after this book.
All right. So let me bring that next slide up so people can see what the next deal is.
Okay. This next one, folks, is a really, really good book. I stumbled on this by accident. Meadows is the name of the book. And the guy that wrote this book actually is who we buy a lot of our seed from, Wildflower Seed. The Meadows book normally is priced at $13.99. Today, Black Friday, $10.99. That's a 21% discount. Use coupon code BF21, Black Friday 21, and you'll receive your discount on that. Now, with Meadows, this is a book that's just chock full of color pictures. It's 138 pages, and the guy that wrote this said, "Hey, I want people to be able to grow their own meadows and with confidence." So he takes us step by step with this through how to get the soil right and how to plant, whether it's a small little garden one or a large meadow, multi-acre type of meadow. He knows all about his flowers, and again, he shows us how to have small flower gardens that are just off the Richter scale. And you'll enjoy seeing your bees forage off from these wildflowers too, which is a big benefit. Now, some of the chapters that are included in this is meadow planning, digging in, which is a dirt soil analysis, autumn and beyond, meadows with a purpose. And then he dedicates just one whole chapter to planting for pollinators, which that's our honeybees. So an excellent, excellent book. Great price on it. Website price normally is $13.99. Today, Black Friday discount price is $10.99. That's a savings of 21% off, and limit one per customer. Coupon code Black Friday 21 BF21. Again, BF21. And use the QR code up in the right hand corner to go directly to the website and order. Again, if you'd like to call us and talk to some of our friendly folks at the customer call center, you can call us at 706 886 1322. All right, Brian, it is time. We got 6 minutes, and we got to talk about Cyber Monday yet. Do we have a name?
We do have a name. You ready for me
Yes.
to make this announcement?
Yes.
All right. The winner of Italian honeybees,
The
the third winner today. Well, first of all, Chris was the first winner. Jenny Kay from New London, Ohio. She was our second winner. And Scott Edminster. Edminster, he gets the freebies. He's from Appleton, New York. Congratulations. Thank you to everybody that registered. The good news is that we're going to put your name on a mailing list and spam you. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Yeah,
we're not like what okay, folks, just before we came on, I said a big box company was sending unlimited messages, not only by email, but by text, and blowing my phone up. And I that's the first way to really,
we're not going to do that. That's
saying,
not how,
oh my gosh, leave me alone.
That's not how we operate here. The good news is you have another opportunity to win coming up Monday, Cyber Monday. We will be back right here on 3 different channels, mountainsweethoney.com, the Mountain Sweet Honey Facebook page, also the YouTube channel as well. More free bees will be given away, and more deals that you haven't already heard about. So some fresh savings opportunities. So don't spend all your money this weekend. All right. I know it's Black Friday and big day for all of that. Don't spend it all just yet. Wait until you see what we have lined up for you on our next live stream.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about Cyber Monday. Folks, we've never done what we're going to be doing on Monday. We've had Cyber Monday sales in the past. This one is going to be crazy. And tune in. We'll be here doing about the same thing that we're doing here today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to see us. We're going to rebroadcast this by 1 o'clock today so that you can watch the full deal. We've also sent out emails this morning giving each of the deals. So if you have not signed up, please sign up for our emails and save some big money. Brian?
Before we leave, do me a favor, move the book, because I'm going to put back up the full screenshot to show that beautiful handcrafted artesian hive right there behind you, done by Shasta, one of our valued team members at Mountain Sweet Honey. And do we have a winner yet? Are we ready to announce a winner?
No,
or how do you?
No, that's going to be Cyber Monday at 11 a.m.
All right, 11 a.m.
The highest bid on this silent auction. And while you're talking, I'm going to see what the latest numbers are, Brian.
And do we have any pictures of that up on the Facebook page? Where could somebody go to see that with a little more detail?
Go on our Facebook page, Mountain Sweet Honey on Facebook, and you'll see it right at the top of our postings. And of course, that was done by amazingly Shasta on her side. And I'm just looking at bids here right now. We're looking for an $800 bid, it looks like, on that right now. So go on, folks. This is a great nonprofit that helps kids. And whatever the highest bid is, I'll double it personally out of my own funds. So folks, jump on this. Brian, you got anything else before we wrap it up?
Just a reminder that at 1 o'clock this afternoon on at least YouTube, or where at 1 is the replay going to take place?
The replay will be on Mountain Sweet Honey on the homepage. So just mountainsweethoney.com and push Buzz TV, and it will take you right down to the bottom of the page. And then it will also be on Facebook also and YouTube.
Wonderful. Who do you know that needed to see some of these items, some of these demonstrations, get some of these details, these deals, that's somebody that you need to share this information with. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Buzz TV. It's been fun. Fast 3 hours.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast today has
Yeah.
went. From getting up at 3:30 this morning, getting in here at 4:30, and now we're done. So, folks, thanks again.
Thank you.
Just a call out to Lebanon, New Hampshire. Thank you for tuning in. Buffalo, New York. We got Bloomington, Indiana, and Oklahoma City still in there with more people piling in to see us, and Clinton, South Carolina, and of course Metro Atlanta. Thank you again. Hey, folks, we'll see you again Monday morning, 9:00, and we're going to have fun at doing some more products at deep discounts. Talk to you then.